I was just watching what he was doing. Like, press go, so they were right here.
But then our tradition would be broken.
And they'd have the power.
And they would leave. They would like turn it off immediately. They'd be like, "This isn't what I watch."
They've changed.
Hello.
I thought you were flying because our chairs are breaking.
It's true. Everything's breaking. Guys,
It's falling apart.
welcome back to D&D.
Here, let's
It's
I
gonna
feel
be
like it's been forever, even though it was
this
just Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah.
slow. Yeah,
It's
it has
been the
been.
longest week ever.
All right, I'm done.
Nice to see you guys. See you later.
What are you doing?
Bye.
Or not. Yes. We'll just, for your entertainment for this evening.
Oh. You could have asked me to grab it for you, you weirdo.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I could do. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Tonight we're joined by Captain Geach and the Shrimp Shack Shooters. They will be our live entertainment. And we also
That
don't
is
have
you.
that.
Okay.
Guys, anyway, thank you for joining us tonight. We hope that you are well and not sick. And
Just a little unwell.
Is the sound working?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
but we more than that, we're just glad you're watching. So we are hey, mighty elected leader Bruce is here to offer guidance.
Oh snap.
Yay.
We left you long ago. Just kidding. But seriously
But
though,
he has one of those little
you actually, yeah,
that we forgot about.
we have this like rune stones that we
I
found
need to write these
from
things
Gith.
down.
Gith, the Gith Yankee. We took them from them in the Underdark, and
How,
we
how many arrows did you say I had?
you
20?
had 20. You fired.
No, she was
3.
down to 12. You remember? You told her 12.
No, and then he changed it.
Oh, you changed it. Oh.
But you fired like 3 arrows down there, so
Okay.
so
I didn't realize we were changing things outside
anyway,
of the game.
Bruce, anytime you wish to speak to us, you
So
actually
he changed
can.
it during the game.
Oh.
I said no.
God likes to
That's
step in a
not
lot on
that
this.
much. I didn't shoot that.
He's like,
many.
you have 12 arrows. Now you have 20. Every time you look back, it's
My quiver is very strange.
I want to find an enchanted quiver, or make one.
of endless
We'll
arrows.
start
Yes.
looking.
So
We
can I
gotta
ask
dig.
the trickster for that?
Let's just start digging now.
Ask the trickster.
I'm just
He'll give you like, here's the magic arrows. You're also now
a turtle.
Blind.
a blind turtle. All right.
This is the first thing that came to my mind.
3/4 of this is laughter. The rest of it is
We can be
content.
serious.
I'm just kidding.
We're
Good hard
serious people,
content.
guys.
Don't talk about my hard content that way.
Okay, I won't. All right. Previously on
Oh boys.
whenever we were calling this Defenders of the Lost. Sounds like I'm about to say the Lost Ark, and it throws me off every time. Rethinking the name, can't. Already done. 20 episodes. 21 is this one, guys. Anyway, last time we got on a boat. Sorry, we were on the boat. We went down the river,
Okay.
went into the ocean,
Okay.
didn't go far from the shore, stayed near the reeds, watched out for crocodiles and hippopotamuses.
And we killed lizards and
Hippopotami?
ate them,
We ate lizards.
They-
So did Odeon.
They killed lizards and ate them.
which is weird.
Odeon ate one too, which is almost cannibalistic.
He's a snake.
Snake lizard.
Snake lizards. Anyway, so they were pretty big and they ate
That's
them.
like saying
But
foot
they're
or
still
hand.
hungry, and they were floating down the river, and it was evening time, and they saw a boy upon the shore, and he was
No,
Pointing
we
at them.
saw them first,
We saw their battlements.
and then I sent
saw where boats were.
and I sent
Yeah.
That's what happened.
my familiar to, and then he followed the bird.
True. That is what happened.
Yes.
Anyway, so
we
the boy.
saw them first.
That's true. So the boy
Okay.
came running out and
Just
was
want
very
you to know
excited. The rest of the party came, I should say the caravan people of the desert came in and talked to them. He used his ring to speak to them and found out that the leader's name was Salik, and he was a
With
very
a Q.
and I kind of don't trust him.
right. That's neither here nor that's actually very there.
He's a
and here.
warlock of the fiend,
He's a warlock of the fiend.
which is why we don't trust him.
Yeah, never trust a warlock, even though he is one now. half and half.
Yeah, I
depending on the
don't
day.
trust it. I'm just kidding.
I don't trust him. We have 3 warlocks around here.
You
so.
shouldn't trust me.
Yeah.
I'm an alcoholic who serves the fiend.
Very true. What have I gotten myself into? Oh dear.
Anyway, so they decided to talk to him, spend some time with them. It was mostly just the evening, and they
We
started
just wanted
to
to eat their food.
and it was mostly about food. She spoke to a female warrior whose name was Kalali. And
I wrote that down.
And Kalali, I'm so proud of you.
And you didn't even let me have a chance to like say
I'm like really
like
proud
what
of
her
you.
name was.
And they
And I
spoke.
wrote it down.
They awkwardly spoke. An
It was really
exchange of
bad.
words.
Mhm.
She was shy. She was shy. It was a shy situation. But they spoke and had built some rapport. Anyway, the point was
A little bit.
she found out some stuff about her. Anyway, Salik was talking to him meanwhile and said that there were bandits nearby that kept harassing them. And so he said, we will escort you down to Mineba, which is the capital, which is where we're heading, to go assassinate 2 people there, and then we're going to make our way to El Jadra and kill the rest. If everything goes to plan,
Is that
which
where you?
nothing ever
Okay, I
does.
always forget. That's where you guys were, right?
El
So that's
Jadra.
where we were
Okay.
slaves.
That was
yes.
number 1, episode 1.
Like the first 4 episodes or so, we were in El Jadra.
I would say about that, or
Yeah.
maybe one or 2 more,
Yeah.
because it was arenas.
It was a
and
while, yeah.
We were there
Mhm.
for a while, which is
Yeah.
as long as we've been anywhere.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they spoke. They agreed upon that, saying, "If you help us get to Mineva, then we will help you with the bandits." Which they found out there were about 15 of them. So stealthily, they went to the bandit place at night, launched a giant fireball
Yeah,
right
we
at
were
the
so
base.
stealthy.
Of the
Accurately
Yeah.
this time.
Accurately, oh yeah, it blew up like 6 or 7 people, insta kill all of them, and then she was climbing up above with Kalali, and she starts shooting arcane arrows down below and killing them, pretty adeptly, right in the head, and then a couple of other things. It was beautiful.
It was pretty good.
And now we are to the point where the rest are dying because they're burning or have burned
Didn't we
in
finish
a
that?
wildfire. Yes.
Okay.
And then
It was very quick. 'cause we
Kalali
had to.
jumped down and started throwing javelins left and
Yep.
right and killed 2
Yeah.
on her. Yeah, I mean, I think it was 2. I don't know. The point is that everyone's dead. It was
She-
like,
2 hits.
it was an encounter that wasn't supposed to be that, but
I don't know.
this
if
is
it's gonna be a
D&D,
good
and
guess.
I either give them something too hard and kill 2 party members, or I give them bandits that they just murder in like a second.
No, yours is worse. Okay.
I like my dice anyway. I bought them for her,
But
but I like them
failed me.
more.
No,
She didn't
they
like
just-
them because they
just
failed her.
failed me
So
all the
now
time.
I get to use the ones I liked originally.
I think I need to go pick out my own set.
That's
There you
probably
go.
true.
It's like fortune cookies.
Right.
To pick your own
You
fortune.
can't
You
even
have to
touch
let
it.
the universe draw you to
Yeah.
your golden set.
There's literal golden sets, so
Yes.
don't say that. I'll just ring you up in the old medieval tele. Thank you, Bruce. You're the man. All right, let's get going. The charred corpses. You just walked into the cave, started burning people.
Yes, I did.
You extinguished the fires, I assume, or you just?
Yeah, well, I mean, the wall only lasts like a minute, I think.
Yeah, well,
at
the minute's
most,
over
so-
and everyone's dead.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, so is everything that they owned. No,
Okay.
she's writing me notes.
Sure.
What
She
is
said
this,
how
middle
handsome I
school?
Check yes or no.
Respond in my locker.
I never had friends, so I like pretended to be everyone's friend. Anyway, hi everyone. So everything's burned.
Everything's burned.
Everything is burned. Whether Salik was telling the true,
The true.
the true, or he was lying, you'll never know because
'Cause we
everything's
didn't-
been burned.
We just went
You
in.
just went in guns
Slaughtered
blazing. When I say
everything.
guns blazing, he used his 2 biggest spells that he's never used, by the way,
Not
properly.
true. I used the wall spell to kill
Yeah, that
the
was
army.
Yeah.
Or
gross.
anybody that I
Yeah,
could,
no, no,
anyways.
yeah, you killed so many.
The ones that
people.
were running away, anyways.
I want to tally up your guys' kills at the end of the campaign. Like, listen to the whole thing.
Go
again.
back and count them up.
Yeah, it's pretty epic. All right,
When do I get the A-bomb spell?
just wipe out.
We'll just
cities.
start nuking Yanti cities.
Yeah, right. I mean, even though there's innocents, you're just like whatever.
I've already vowed to kill all Yanti, so...
True. So here we are, in the cave that's burning.
It's not a cave. You said it was
Well, it's a ravine that has
Okay.
this little area.
Crevasse.
It's like a crack.
Because I shot from above.
See, we're from the desert area ourselves, and there's lots of areas where there's big, tall rock
The
formations.
southern
and
Midwest.
Yes. I mean, we're
Did
in
you say Midwest?
No,
Oh.
I didn't. I said
That
the
was
desert
you.
regions.
I was like, we're not
I
in
can't throw my
Midwest.
voice yet. Anyway, thank you. Let's get going.
No.
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 Hi, everyone
It's like
watching.
Henry with his little snake because of that show.
Oh, yeah.
No.
a good show.
No.
Mute.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay, so
I mean, I can just keep talking.
we're here with bodies.
Oh, and they're all dead.
Yeah,
Okay.
you saw to it.
Can I climb down from the cliff?
Yes, you may. You're gonna have to roll. I'm gonna say, since you're going downwards and like kind of a fast moving, I'm gonna say dexterity.
Okay. Yes.
Fail. 17 plus. Yeah. Essentially,
rest of us.
it's beautiful.
I do this one, right?
It's very graceful as you go down. You just kind of slide and know right where to step. You do little. It's almost like this effortless. Like you could walk on air.
I'm amazing.
It's pretty cool.
I'm
Everyone is a
You're
little
like
bit.
an onion, I could cry.
It's gonna be a good night. I can see it already. Sincerely. All right, let's get going. You said you were looking at the corpses.
Yes,
Okay.
even though they're charred.
I mean, not everything. Okay, go
So-
ahead. And
Yes,
roll investigation.
Yeah, is everything burned or
15.
Not like scorched earth. I didn't need that anyway. 15.
Yeah.
All right. So, as you search the bodies, it's a little unnerving because clothes are no longer. Anyway, it's gross. They're just like all meshed.
I hope they were wearing polyester.
As a matter of fact, they were the polyester bandits. No, they you search their bodies and you're able to get about 15 silver from the ones that you can
Ooh.
find.
it
Nothing.
wasn't melted?
So it wasn't hot enough to melt.
I mean, it was hot enough to kill them. It wasn't like you like leaving it on their bodies and. I mean, they died from it. It wasn't pretty.
Horrible way to die.
Yeah, he's
Fire?
kind of messed up.
That's pretty awful. I
Fires.
just shot them in the head.
Fire's my ability. If
Burn
arrows
them.
were my ability, I'd use arrows.
If I had arrow spells.
Yeah, but this is a new ability.
Like it's more
Chose
humane to
that.
shoot them with an arrow in the shoulder.
Fine.
I love our.
It's more humane to kill them
It's like
through
that.
sharp, piercing devices.
Okay. All right
Can you
then.
imagine getting shot with an arrow? Like,
Let's
really?
discuss the most humane way to kill somebody tonight, shall we?
Vote burning or arrows. Just kidding. Let's do this. All right, you found 15.
If Jon Snow has anything to say about it,
Oh yeah.
he saved the one guy.
One person might not have seen this.
Somebody was burning to death, and he saved him
It's true.
by shooting him with an arrow.
Mercy, my lord. All right,
Okay.
he found 15 silver. That is what he found on the
He
bodies.
basically agreed that my way is the best way.
I said if Jon Snow agrees with your way.
Basically, what he's saying is you should have shot
Well,
him.
if Jon
as-
Snow's way agrees that it is the best way.
He is.
Daenerys would disagree.
He is beautiful.
Well, Daenerys is. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry.
I was just seeing if I could get everyone back.
Okay. I'm so sorry.
This is turn to. I'm gonna change the title of this.
No. Okay. I'm so sorry. What?
We should
else?
have a roundtable discussion.
Is there?
A podcast.
Is there any way, like any kind of evidence, to suggest that they were bandits, or did we destroy it?
The cave itself. Sorry, I'm gonna call it a cave. Can
Fine.
we be all okay
whatever.
with this?
Fine.
Okay.
It's an open ceiling cave.
Slightly open ceiling cave.
It's rounded on the inside.
Yeah.
It's like this.
They've hollowed it out. Okay. It's
Oh,
what
okay,
they've done.
okay.
Oh, they have
sorry.
like pickaxes and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
As you look around, you see there's
Whatever.
actual crates and goods that are still currently on fire, but you can tell that from what they have, it's not set up to be anything more than a raiding camp.
All right.
So they are indeed
They're
bandits.
raiders.
Okay. So what's in the stuff?
It's on fire.
All of it?
Most of it. The stuff that's not on fire, you find like old blankets, even some tapestries.
I'm
in
not
one.
touching the blankets.
You, the character, or you, the person?
She's not going to touch it.
I love her.
Are you serious?
That was great. Is that how she said it too?
Not
She
going
opens
to
it up. Ooh, I'm not touching the blankets.
Anything but that.
I'm sorry, but that's how, like,
That's how my family died.
exactly.
That's how
Smallpox
diseases
was
spread.
spread? No. I'm sorry. She's not touching
Here,
the
Native
blankets.
Americans, here's some blankets.
She uses her moon touch blade to like move the blankets out of the way. To
And
see
your
if
blade, by the
it's
way,
moving.
is glowing. It's like
Woohoo!
it's like a little bit of a
It's like a-
flashlight.
Now
Like a
your sword's
flashlight.
gonna catch a disease and die.
I vote fire. Arrows are typically a slow, agonizing death.
See?
The discussion has begun. The whole internet's gonna get involved.
What
Right.
about my bursting arrow?
That's sick. Hits them and explodes. Have you seen things like that in games? It's amazing. Anyway, by the way, you still have oil that you could do fire arrows with.
I know I
That's
did that
right.
before. Remember?
I'm just letting you know that you have it.
Yeah. What happened to my little slip of what I had in my backpack?
It's gone forever. I
You,
have
you
no
need
idea
to
where it
make me a
went.
new one and actually like just put it on here somewhere.
I intended to, but I never got around to it, like most dad things. All right,
It's true. For outlight bulbs.
dad projects.
Squeaky doors.
Let them squeak, I say.
Let them eat the squeak. Just like
Okay.
the internet.
So that's all I found. Tapestries, blankets.
You did.
That's it.
Various items robbed from people. You find even clothing from like other people.
What did the tapestries
worn.
look important?
As you pull it out and like get over the whole like it could have diseases, you see that it looks like it was from like a generally noble family from this region. It has various desert type symbols on it. One
Does it
about the sun, but
does
like
it, does it seem like it could have come from this camp that we were
Probably
interacting
not.
with? No.
no, this looks
Is-
noble.
Is
very
there
finely
is
made.
there anything here that would suggest that we can see that actually came from there?
No, unfortunately, most of what would have been good is on fire. It was a wall of fire, everyone. Does that you're interested? You said fill the cavern, if I
I
remember.
did, I
so
did.
You did that.
But it's only a 20-foot diameter ring.
Which
so.
this room is pretty much that.
Okay,
You,
so
you pushed it along the thing and burned people. Collateral damage.
so that's it.
It looks like these people did banditry.
Okay, that's right. But this tapestry is just not.
It could be expensive, but probably only to the family or collectors of
Is there anything
tapestries.
on the tapestry that tells me where it came from? Maybe.
If you brought it to a city and brought it to like a
I show
there's
it to
historians in every
Kalali,
city, you could
and
probably
I
get
say,
a
Kalali,
line.
did you recognize this?
And she looks at it. She gets your blade and actually admires it for a moment and starts looking over it. Says,
She's not touching my blade.
She doesn't touch your blade. She grabs your wrist then and
Okay.
moves you along. and you're okay with that? All right.
Okay, that's fine. Just don't touch my sword.
We got a little romance going on over here.
Don't touch the sword. You can touch my hand.
She grabs
But
your
don't
wrist.
touch
All right. I have to physically like stop my face from smiling.
Okay,
Okay.
we can do this. We can do
The lips,
this.
the tongue, the teeth. All right. We are playing.
Okay,
D&D.
she was saying
Yes.
she's looking at it.
She was looking at it
Okay.
intently, and she couldn't tell anything about it other than it's definitely worth a lot to that family, but it's
There's
probably
nothing on there that
nothing that indicates
sh-
where they came from.
that we
nothing
can tell.
that you can tell.
Well, I'm gonna fold it up
Local families
and put it in my bag,
people. Yeah,
just in case.
it is about yay big. It's not like terribly big, but
I'm gonna fold it up and put it in my bag.
okay.
It's the old family tree of the Bunsons down the road.
I'm like, what if we
Bunsen
can use
sounds-
it?
Pretty desert-like.
What if we
It was
could
the
use it to
Bunsens.
get into Nineveh. How do you say it?
Maneva, yeah.
Nineveh. You know, what if it's from there? And we'd be like, we're this noble family.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
You never know.
So, folding it up, putting it
She
in the
folds
bag.
it up, puts it in the bag. Write it down somewhere, please.
Oh, okay.
Lest you
Tapestry.
forget, because I sure as
You
heck
could
will.
draw. You could draw a photo
That
of
is
it.
true, guys. That is true. We
Roll noble
are
tapestry
you-
is what it's called.
Are you keeping track of all the things that we've
In the bag of holding?
Okay.
Yes.
Because someone probably should
I
have
am.
done that.
There's a video diary of all of it.
That is true.
Now all I have to do is watch
Go
the
back
20
20
episodes of Fire.
I thought you said that you were. I'm just kidding.
I am.
It's just kidding.
All
Come
right.
on, Odeon, do something useful.
He really didn't do anything this round. You guys
He's
killed
kind of been
everything.
hanging in the back.
Yeah, he's kind of letting you guys shine.
Oh,
Anyway,
that's just
that's what he's
one
doing.
way of saying he's a
Tabletop
coward.
dating
Mhm.
simulator. So funny. All right. So
I feel like something like that probably exists.
yeah, it's called like
The dating game.
pick a date, and it was like high
Oh.
schooler kids, and
Yeah.
Johnny the jock shows up with his Letterman
Sounds like you
jacket-
played it. I don't.
with the Letterman jacket on. You
Okay.
want him to answer the door.
Okay, stop it.
I don't know. I'm making this up.
Stop it.
All right. What is wrong with us tonight? All right, let's get to it. Anyway, yeah, she grabs it. She puts it in the bag. We going? What are
Yeah,
we
we
doing?
might as well go back. I mean,
Yeah.
do we have any reason to stick around?
You're like my dad. You drink the stuff and then you just
Ugh.
and just keep drinking
You
it
just-
and keep going.
You just don't.
This is
Right
gross.
things to say, honey. I'm like your dad. Thanks.
I'm good with the ladies.
You're like
Natural
my dad.
one bard. Does that make sense? Nothing but natural ones. Okay, everyone, how you doing?
Focus. Okay, there's nothing else. In
Well- waiting
Welcome.
for
We're
you
about
guys.
to start our
there's,
session
there's
tonight.
nothing else in the box.
This is literally where we start. Everything beforehand,
Okay.
We're gonna just stay here all night.
just in the cave,
To
burning
be
corpses.
honest, he is the one that's going off, and you. I'm trying to stay
I'm
on.
literally waiting for you all to do something.
I keep asking you, is that all I find in there?
Yes.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
There are toys nearby me. This is not my fault. Alright. Seriously though, we leave the cave and we start walking back to camp. Is that good? Is everyone alright with it?
He's a dad, can you tell?
The path backwards is strange. So you walk forwards and you
I'm sneaking.
backwards or forwards?
Yes, I'm walking backwards.
With the Piwafu, either way, you're good. Anyway, so you're starting to head back to the camp, and you're crossing some dunes. Remember, it was about, let's make up an arbitrary number that I pretended I knew and remembered. It was about 20 minutes.
Are we being followed?
Yes.
Are we?
Did you
Really?
roll? What did you roll?
18. So it would have been a 22. Are we really?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you even let us roll stealth?
Well, you didn't say to roll
'Cause-
stealth.
'cause
He just said he was rolling. He was stealthy, but he has a Piwafu, and he's also in the middle of nowhere.
Well, I was just thinking there's a chance that we didn't get everybody.
That's what I was thinking. He's
Yeah.
the one that said we were leaving and we weren't ready to leave yet.
Um,
I was still stuck on the boxes.
Well, then go back.
how far is this person or thing from us?
You notice it's actually a bird, and it's flying above. But it's been like strangely following you since you left. You thought it was just interesting that there's a bird out at night, and sometimes there's birds of prey out at night. This particular bird is a falcon, and it's been kind of hanging out above you guys.
Where's my bird?
You should
On
go
your
attack
shoulder.
it with
Anytime.
your bird.
You had a cat at the time. Did you have a bird?
No,
you had
I
a
had
bird.
my
You
bird.
switched it to a
Mhm.
bird today.
Mhm.
That's right. She has a cat bird. It switches back and forth. It's familiar. Those aren't who aren't familiar. I had to. Let's go. You see this flying around, almost as bad as opening that one door.
Oh, when I kicked down the door? Is that what you're talking about?
That
when
was
I kicked
so
down,
cool,
When
though.
I stealth and then I kicked it down the door.
Was that where the
That was in
grenade guy
Knock-Rochelle.
was?
No.
That was in Knock Rochelle.
When
Remember
we
she
stole
misty
that
stepped.
thing. What was the thing we stole?
The book?
Still
Or the gem? Oh, the gem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
gem.
what does it do?
Oh yeah, it
You
was
got
like
it?
it was a
It holds
lightning. It
something.
was a lightning
A
gem.
lightning.
They did something with lightning.
It holds lightning.
Like a
that's
charge
how-
or something.
I think
Yeah.
I should have that since I'm the only one that can't do magic.
Odion's been hanging
like
on
that
to
kind
it.
of magic. I have to have arrows.
So you're discussing this as you're walking, and he hands it to you
Okay.
and says, "Write it down." I mean, put it on.
What is it called? Lightning stone.
Or is it any spell or is it just lightning?
It's any spell
Yeah,
that is
okay,
put in.
You
that's-
never know how to
what I
spell
thought.
lightning.
But it currently has lightning in.
Perfect.
Did you hear me? It can hold any spell that's cast and put into it. So he could hold it and put a powerful spell
Like a
into it. He's-
fireball.
Good.
Like every night that you haven't, whatever spell you haven't used during the day and you
Could
want to
spend it
use
on
it,
that.
spend it on it. It's
Yeah.
like in Aragon. They
Yeah.
quote a book that was pretty good.
Until the last book.
The last two.
Yeah.
I hated how he always sucked.
I don't
let's
know.
go.
Oh, never mind.
Welcome to the D&D book club.
Okay.
We discuss arrow,
Okay.
fire, and Aragon.
And Aragorn and
and ears of corn.
Game of Thrones. Stuff like that.
hey, if you're not here for movie references, then what are you here for?
Or puns. All right,
Yes.
let's.
Okay, so did you tell us that there's a bird?
You've just been kind of eyeing it.
Yeah, just you don't
Wondering how drunk
don't-
you are.
don't look over your shoulder. or, yeah,
I grabbed my
but
my
something's
bow
following us.
and I'm just gonna clip the wing a little bit.
Roll a d20.
But if it's a familiar, then it'll go away, and we'll never find out.
Bum 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 bum
Anything
bum
else
bum
about it?
bum 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 bum.
Oh,
16 plus 8.
That is a definite hit. Roll damage.
But I'm not trying to kill it. I'm just trying
Thank
to.
you for specifying. That makes a
I
difference.
did tell you that.
I know you
said I'm
did,
just
and that's why I'm thanking you for specifying.
specificity.
Sorry.
Gosh, is that a word?
Yeah.
That's a purdy word.
Is this an 8?
Specificity. Yeah.
Yes. It's dead. I'm just kidding. You do clip it off, and it flies to the ground with one wing. It didn't have a lot of health. You hit it with a magic arrow. You didn't kill it. It's
So it's
still
a
on the
real
ground,
bird.
freaking out. Yeah.
I don't know why I did it.
You could have just
Okay.
killed it.
So I go.
And arrows don't do as antagonist.
I want to.
She clips a bird's wing.
I want to see if it's being magically controlled.
Okay.
But I didn't want to kill it because I want to see if it's.
9.
You cannot tell.
Can I?
You can tell that it's in pain.
Shut up.
You should use fire.
Oh my gosh.
I could. It'd be merciful.
It looks like you're sleeping on the couch again.
Again, I like the couch.
Our crappy couch.
It's pretty terrible.
It is
Put a
really
blanket, a pillow.
Sometimes terrible couches, the
Can
soft
I-
ones.
can
are
I
just
see
ones
if
to
it's
sleep
being
in.
These
ha-
are terrible.
Can I see if it's being magically controlled?
Yes. You see him kind of like trying to communicate with this writhing bird. She also rolls a 9.
Plus 5.
Wonderful.
Plus 5.
She's got a plus on hers.
Yes.
Because Arcane,
You can
right?
tell that something was looking through its eyes until the concentration was broken.
Hmm.
Oh.
Like, such as an arrow going into it.
And such.
And it's just a bird.
And such as. Yes.
It's not.
It is
familiar-
just a bird. It is also dying.
Okay, I just kill it.
How?
I smash it with my hammer. Just kidding. No, I just.
I'd heal it, except I'm not.
But
Ranger
why would
today.
you heal it? And
Yeah.
You're not a ranger today.
So
Why
just,
would I?
I'm just gonna. And I'm
With
gonna
your
take
sword,
it.
I assume?
Yeah, and I'm gonna
You're
take
not
it
just-
with. And I'm gonna take it with me because I'm not gonna just kill it and leave it there. We're gonna eat it. I don't know. Can you eat falcon? I imagine
Can't
it
be
tastes
that
like.
different from a chicken.
That's what I'm thinking.
And Laura Falcon Eater.
You just have to boil it and pluck the feathers.
Alright.
Yeah.
She kills it and puts it in her bag.
No, I
like
hand it to Odion.
Orion puts it in his bag.
You've got somewhere for this.
No, the bag of holding is full.
Yeah.
No, but I took the stone out.
Still full. Alright.
Whatever. He's holding it. I don't want to
I'm
hold it.
pretty sure there's a lot of useless stuff in that bag.
You know, we need to go through it at some point. But we've just been a little busy, you know.
I'm pretty sure
slaying
we've got like
dragons.
bodies and stuff in there
Oh
still.
gosh, I hope not.
I'm pretty sure we do.
From what?
Probably the Underdark or somewhere where we probably wanted to hide a corpse. I can't remember exactly.
I'll have to rewatch that episode.
I'm pretty sure we've got bodies in the back.
Like a snurfing balloon just...
Oh my gosh. Dark.
Things happened. Things happened down
Yeah.
there. We
Okay.
don't talk about it.
All right. Can maybe is there a way
What
that
happens
maybe
in the dark doesn't
So-
really leave the Underdark.
it's been following us since the bandit camp.
Yeesh. Well,
At least.
since you've noticed it,
Yeah.
since you left.
Could just be Salik. Celine
Did you kill
Dion.
this bird?
Yeah.
Well,
See
don't
later.
follow us.
Maybe he wanted to make sure you're okay because he sent you on 15 men.
He clearly doesn't care that much.
No.
He wouldn't have sent us.
I'm just when we don't see anything around us.
Dunes.
That's it. There's no.
This is very relaxing.
I know. I was like,
It's like Tai Chi.
Just go to sleep now.
Live stream of us
sounds
taking a nap.
so good.
All of us just laying
You
down.
think anybody's ever done that?
Oh my gosh,
That'd be awesome. Let's do
Let's have a sleepover and all just...
Just live stream nap.
There's gotta be some weirdo though. Bruce?
Oh my gosh. Okay, come on. We have to make good use of this because the babies are sleeping.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so
Okay, so I just keep walking.
going back.
There's
Because it
no
just
one
doesn't
else.
matter.
There's no one else following you. No, just that
I-
bird that you killed.
Okay.
These people don't mean anything to me. So,
Alright.
not these people, but the bandit people.
Right. What do you mean these people?
I know what you meant. I thought you were talking about the bird. Because clearly, I'm just kidding. Right,
Okay.
you head back to the camp.
Okay.
Um,
And is Kalali there? Is that her name?
Now, she's been with you. She's come with
Oh, good. She's awfully quiet.
you. She already was. She's been talking with Odeon in the back
Oh,
before
well,
you suddenly turned and shot that bird.
Was she impressed?
You know what? She was. The
Okay.
dating simulator continues.
No.
I'm just kidding. I know. He just called it that. That's why.
I want to know if because she's a warrior.
That's what I
and
was thinking.
I'm a warrior.
Props
I
to
mean, were you
warriors.
impressed?
I was impressed. Everyone
Okay.
was impressed. He was impressed. Bruce.
I told you not to make any sudden moves and you killed it.
Well, what were we supposed
Don't make
to
any
do?
sudden moves. That wasn't sudden. It was expertly executed, elegantly, because she's an elegant fighter.
Yes.
Yeah,
Should have used fire.
whatever. It would be cooked already, but you
Yeah.
know,
Mm.
with feathers all over it. I
Yes.
don't know how to.
Conundrums.
Charred.
Okay. Okay, so we're walking.
Finishing going over the last dune, you start to see the camp, but you also see. How many did I
Monsters.
decide? Oh, I have everything right in front of me. There it is. All right, you see.
I'm just kidding.
I know. I just am protective of my stuff. Coming back to camp, you see them all encircled by soldiers, horsemen. They seem
The
like
camp is.
the camp has been encircled. They have their palisade-like type. They have some stakes in the ground, but they haven't approached them. There's quite a few that are already coming out.
Like of the camp?
They're coming out of the camp and they're stepping into cages.
So what do these horsemen look like? Do they look like...
They look like soldiers that you have fought, but these
Alright.
ones look a little bit more rugged.
Well, they're slavers.
Yes.
So.
How many are there?
You've dealt with this before,
Yeah.
like literal sing.
Yeah.
It might be the same ones. Like
How-
it's
Yeah.
How many are there?
there's 20 horsemen, but then also you
More
see
than that. I'm just kidding.
you see
Right.
something. You see something in the center, a large rock-like creature that is you at first thought was just a rock, but it's moving.
Do I recognize it at all? Like from like studying or maybe you've seen it?
I don't know. Roll history.
Okay. 2.
You can see that it's a moving
Plus
rock.
5, so 7.
So no. No, you have not.
Why is my history so high?
Because you are an elf and you've lived history.
Oh, okay.
I
You've
mean,
been alive.
I'm 130. I'm
But
still
she-
a child.
she's still a child.
Yeah.
Actually, hundreds. Until you're about 100, you're still considered a child.
So I'm a teenager?
But then, yeah, you're
Okay.
like a very intelligent teenager.
Very old teenager.
But you see that they're not resisting. Most importantly, you don't see anyone like attacking. Salik is on his knees in the center of camp, and there seems to be a red-robed figure standing above him with his hand on his forehead, with green and black energy swirling around them currently.
Is there any place for us to like hide, or is it all just
The dune. I mean, you're like up on like above them, so you go down. Because so let me
So I'll
paint a
just
picture. So there was the water.
dune.
There was the water, and there's a dune that went up, and they went and they have a little camp nestled here. You went over a dune to get to where you're going, so they kind of put a place where they could have fires and not be discovered. They were, and had you been there, it would have been you too.
And we took Kalali, their protector.
Yes. So they're not fighting; they are just.
Do I
Giving up.
recognize what's happening between the red-robed person and Salik?
You see Odeon intently looking as well. So roll Arcana to see if you can recognize the spell.
16.
Odeon's having trouble connecting to it, but it's almost like from the magic that you've already been using, you have a connection to the fiend,
Mm-hmm.
and you're able to gather what information is going on. You can see that it looks like some interrogation tactic. He's not torturing him, but you can tell that he's under his control.
Some sort of information. So it's not an information gathering; it's more of a controlling.
It's definitely information gathering, but whether it's controlling him or not, you don't know because he's on his knees.
Okay.
He could be willingly giving it, but it doesn't look like he is. Looks like they're just interrogating him, or this robe figure is. The robe's not over his head, but you can just see this figure standing there.
Okay.
So whether you attack or sneak away, it's up to you.
There's about 20 horsemen and a wizard. Or
And you
mage
just
of some
used a
kind.
bunch of your spells.
Right.
Just remembering, you have not rested.
Hey, I've still got one level 3 and one level 4 spell. And all my level 1 and 2 spells.
That is true.
Not
We're
that
good.
that's really gonna...
Let's do this.
Yeah. There's 20 horsemen.
We just took on 15
And it-
bandits.
Should we, like, follow them and, like, pick them off?
Yeah, let's do that. That's a good idea.
I like how you think.
Are they taking all of the people?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Are they
Men,
hurting them?
Women and children. The ones that are coming along, they're just taking her with them.
Okay, and no one's resisting.
No
They're not
one is
hurting
resisting.
Okay.
You don't know what happened beforehand, but they seem to immediately just know that
So
it's
what
better
is
to
Kalali
just.
doing at this point? How does she seem?
She seems angry. You can almost feel the anger coming from her, as if she's about to go into a rage.
Is she a barbarian?
Maybe.
I love barbarians.
But something's interesting. The sand. So the sand around her is actually like kind of
I might
vibrating.
have a little crush on her. I don't know.
It's all right. It's all right. The ground around her, the sand is actually like levitating a little bit and dropping. You see her eyes like turning like blackish for a second, and as she controls herself, and she just looks over at you and just like. You guys are kind of whispering to each other. She doesn't know what's going on.
You noticed it. I'm still watching the mage, I guess.
Okay.
I didn't
yeah.
notice.
I say we need to think about the best course of action and not just go in. And so just I think that Weirin is correct that we should follow them and pick them off one at a time rather than trying to go in all at once.
And she says, I understand, but that bird was probably theirs, so they're probably going to know it's missing. When they came for my brother, that's what they did. We saw a few birds scouting our camp, and then before we knew it, they showed up. Now, whether the bird relayed the information or not, I don't know, but
I wonder how long it was following us.
Even if it
did, would they have known that we were coming back this direction?
Who's to say?
Hmm. They're probably, yeah, okay. Well, I think that we should just, what are the horsemen doing now? Are they just finishing?
They're standing there with spears ready, and the ones that are, spears, swords. But the one that, the main bulk of them are controlling the people and putting them into cages.
Okay.
There's about 30 cages that they've got with them. And they're just cramming everyone inside of them.
Okay. Let's see.
You're familiar with these cages.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the episode started.
So there's just dunes, like it's kind of like a valley.
Yeah, in a sense, it's kind of like a bowl.
But is there? Okay, so there's dunes all the way around,
Yeah.
except for like where the ocean. Oh no, because it is.
You would
That's
like
right,
it
'cause
went
you
up
go
on
over.
an embankment.
I put that there so that I wouldn't look at your
Yes,
stuff.
and I couldn't see it because it was straight. It was like I just touched something and it moved. What have I done?
I can fabricate paper out of thin air.
Amazing.
I'm quitting everything and all my jobs. I'm now the paper maker. I'm gonna
Can you
wear.
imagine that being your superpower?
It'd be the worst.
I can make stationery.
What if?
That would be my super
What if?
organization man.
You need a new room of paper? I got you covered.
Post-its.
What if we distracted them and made them think an enemy was coming from a different direction? And so we get some of them off. Because I can do a seeking arrow and I can make it come, like, go, like,
Come from another direction.
yeah. Right? I mean, I've curving shot, but that's different.
You could do that while
the
we're picking
seeking
them
arrow
off.
seeks out targets.
It's true.
What?
You could do that while we're picking them off rather than getting everybody's attention. Like if they're marching in a line, which I assume they would,
Alright.
based
know
on
how
my
they-
knowledge, that's what they do. You know, you could like throw an arrow at like one of the back three people or whatever, and then the other two go, oh, they're over there, and then we could like come up behind them and kill them or something while they get away from everybody else.
Yes.
Distract them and kill them. Pick them off one by one.
We'll see.
Interesting. Interesting.
Could be a plan.
Because if we did it while all 20 plus of them are in one place, they may all go that
Or,
direction.
or, I don't even need to use one of my spells yet. I'm one of my magic arcane arrows. I could, because I can Misty Step, and I could always shoot an arrow, Misty Step, and then
Make
in
'em
that
think
way.
there's more
yeah,
people.
Huh? How many times can I use that?
So for you, I have it as a cantrip because of your Fae.
Oh, that's right. So I can
Background,
use
but,
it whenever I want.
The way I was going to do it is about 5 times a day.
Oh,
just so
two
it's-
times.
Or two times.
That's what it says right
You
there.
were
I just
going-
saw that now.
I had it where when you get higher levels, you can use it
Oh,
more.
fantastic.
So you can use it twice.
Okay, so
Briefly surrounded by silvery mist, you teleport up to 30 feet.
okay, so I can picture this. The camp's right here, or then they're surrounding the whole camp.
Yes.
So are they kind of thinning out right there as people are getting into the cage
Yes.
or the cages?
And they seem to be taking down the tents.
And so how far from where we
They're gonna
are
take
is
them
it
with
to
them.
the other side of the camp?
200 feet.
Oh, okay, that's
It's a pretty good bowl. Like it's not like
because I
Junk.
was thinking this.
just stuck in this
What
hole.
if we got some
came
of
in
them
on
to
on
go the
carts.
direction where George is waiting?
That's right. You have George.
That's right.
Don't forget George.
George is right there.
He will be
He's holding
there
the boat.
forever, just holding that.
You know.
George is the blight creature that they brought with them. They named him George.
Okay, so let's just wait until they leave. Just wait.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you wait,
Can you tell George?
you
can
see
you connect with
Salik.
George?
Mm-hmm.
You see Salik just go limp, and not dead, just
Because the
completely.
mage guy is, or the wizard guy, or whoever he is, magic guy.
Mhm.
Red robe.
Okay,
We'll
red
call
robe.
him Red robe.
Red rober.
He's like standing over him. Is that what you said?
He was. You see him draw his hand away, and shout something in the primordial language that they speak, and they start to push everyone into the cart to
His
finish
hood's
up.
up. Red robe?
It was down.
Oh, what does his
Um,
head look like?
He's got like white wispy hair, almost bald.
He's speaking in primordial. He's Yanti.
Well, yeah, but okay? I just wanted to see how far his transformation is.
Yeah.
Is he human,
You
or does he
can't
look like
you
a
can't see at
snake?
this distance. You can't see at this
Do
distance.
they not
what it is.
disguise themselves?
They do.
Oh,
Certain kinds do.
okay.
Yeah. Some
Okay.
kinds can't.
That was an assumption I guess I was making.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well,
he
you've
looks
seen
he
some-
looks to be human though. He
oh.
looks like he's
I
human.
also
looks
have
like a
minor illusion because I forgot about that. What if we made it seem like there was coming up on like the crest of the dune over there, so we get some to go that way, and then we come and we pick off some of them, and then we get to kill it, before they even leave.
There's a person over there.
Like a lot of people. Like make it look like there's more that we're running.
So here's the thing about
Uh-huh.
minor illusion. That is a good idea.
5-foot cube.
Yeah, you're able to
You can
cast.
create a sound. If you create an image, it also must be within 5
Yeah, you can
foot.
create a sound or an image of an object within the range that lasts for the duration. It's up to 30 feet. The illusion also ends if you dismiss it or other actions cast. If you create a sound, it can be a volume. It can be any volume and noise. You could make the sound of an army, or you could make the sound of a mouse. I mean, it's just what you want to do. The sound can continue unabated for the duration, which is 1 minute, or you can make the sound at different times. If you create an image or an object, it must be no larger than a 5-foot cube. The image can't create any sensory effects. Physical interaction with that image reveals it
What
as
do you
illusion.
mean 5 foot cube? So
Meaning-
make like a person?
You could make a person that's 5 foot tall.
Okay,
Looks like
well-
a person,
Perspective.
acts like a person,
Exactly.
You could,
But
you
it
could
cannot
make a
make-
Yeah,
5-foot
I
cube
can't
of
make more
little people.
No.
unless you
Just
made
person.
A
tons
bunch
of
of
them
little people that fit in a small cube.
as an
Make-
illusion.
Make it a
Make it look
perspective.
kinda
Like
far.
they're farther away.
Ah.
They're far away. Wait, that's the top of the dune. Those are tiny people. We're under attack from tiny people.
What about?
Bunch of like
Oh.
teeny little
Remember
fairies.
the weird scorpion things we fought?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What if I made one of those?
A 5-foot scorpion.
That's pretty big for a
It
scorpion.
is a big scorpion.
What?
You could draw them out.
Yeah.
Could.
So what is your plan, audiences? Draw them to it. They find out it's fake and they come back. What are we doing while they're going over there?
We're gonna kill the rest of the people there, and assuming that enough of them leave. I mean, we can take on like 10, 15, 20. We can take on all of them.
Yeah.
I mean,
15 bandits
we
were
just
nothing.
took on like a whole
Are
army.
these people armored?
How armored?
More than the bandits?
Oh.
I want you to roll perception to see what kind of armor you see as you're talking about this.
20.
Some have
Oh,
scale
13.
mail, like nice scale mail, which is like plates stacked on each other as they go down.
Okay.
So it's pretty
like
good.
Dragon scale.
It's that idea. I'll
Are
show
they
you-
leaving?
I'll show you an image of what scale
I'm
mail looks like.
I'm just waiting for them to leave.
Those
start,
are underpants.
So just like we could do this or this.
That's scale mail.
Yes.
Not that stuff. That's like additional
That's
stuff.
just
But
plate.
that is scale.
Okay.
That's a scale mail bra.
That's nice.
I should
Oh.
get you one. That looks so cool.
That'd be
Oh,
so
you're gonna
nice of
go
you
for
to do.
Was the
For me.
Odeon? Is the
I was
Odeon the
thinking
one
about
with
you.
the crop top? Odeon.
He's not wearing a crop top.
Wasn't it him that we were saying that?
Odeon, yeah.
He needs that.
He's
Odeon.
wearing a long dwarven shirt which covered. It was higher up, but it went all the way down to his knees.
I know, but
I
for
don't
some
know why
reason,
everyone thinks he's
we
wearing a belly
imagined
shirt.
that.
If it went down to his knees, so like on a dwarf it'd be like a nightgown.
It would be like down to their ankles, yeah.
That's not good.
It opens up in the front, comes out to the sides,
Oh, I see what
and
you're
they can
doing.
wear.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
Oh, I see
really
now.
cool armor.
Not like a tube of.
Because that's how you like. It was a tube top.
I had a bad time figuring out how to explain it to him. Pictures are
Sorry.
just amazing.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, you're fine. It's all good.
All right. So.
It's important. Those are details.
I guess maybe have George make sure the boat is safe, but like kind of like
Sacrifice
slowly. No,
Go
just
get
like
him.
follow.
Charge.
Because we might need him to help
Follow
us.
along the bank,
Yeah.
just like in the water.
Like, take the boat with him.
Sure.
Or-
Yeah, so we don't have to come back.
Someone sees this weird
That's a good
plant
idea.
creature just
I wasn't thinking about that. Let's do that.
Have him bring the boat around,
So we don't have to come back.
but don't get killed.
Yeah. That's good. Don't get killed. I like that.
Don't get killed, but bring
It's
the boat.
funny that you should mention George.
We like George.
They did find him. They searched the bank, and there you see George in the. I'm just making sure you all.
We
Yeah.
didn't see him.
Well, I mean, now that you're talking about him, you're kind of looking around the camp. They're going to search the shoreline, everything close by, and that they did find your boat, and they did find George.
What are they doing to George?
They put him in the things, everything else. They take any slave they can. They're not told to kill. They're told to.
So
back.
we've got him in on the inside.
Yeah, that's true. We do.
Their mistake.
He could get us into the city if that's where they're going.
Ooh. That is where they're going.
And we're saying this quietly so Kelly doesn't hear us.
Because we could have him like start something right at the gate or whatever.
That's
Let's do it.
That's called the long con.
How far are we
But
from?
the thing is that now you're going to have to sacrifice these people to get in.
Well, I don't care about these people.
It's
no,
true. No, that is true.
but
Now
we
your
could,
character wouldn't.
But our,
No.
but the thing is,
You're just like, I want to kill them.
Mm-hmm.
but here's the thing though, we're going in to kill Brotherhood. The people, so like,
I mean, they have
essentially
they have like an
help
order
the
name, but you
slaves
guys
that
have
are in
never
there
discovered
anyway.
it.
So after we kill those people, we can get these people, the slaves, out.
It's true. They wouldn't be slaves very long. The heads would
I
be
have a
shaved.
question. Down here in this country, or whatever, this kingdom, this doesn't have any say. My Eldari, right?
It does.
It does?
It's your group is about as old as
So it's
as
like,
they are.
like international.
Yeah.
So
Your people aren't as respected, but you definitely have sway.
could I use that to get into the city?
Probably, but they would know as soon as you do that. Like, they would have to announce it. Like I said, this place has never been conquered, but you can assume, you don't know. I mean, but you can assume that it would be like broadcasted essentially.
Okay, I just wanted to see.
No, but you definitely can use it. Oh yeah, you
Okay.
should.
Okay.
It's very useful.
I haven't had
thing.
an opportunity because we haven't been in the city, so.
Not one that mattered. Adelsrhoda was barely a city.
Well, and Nakrashal was hell.
Dwarf racist. Literal dwarf racist.
No, I just was there for a long time and they were mean to me.
It's okay.
They wouldn't let me in the library, okay?
That's a big felon. To her. It's bad. Never not let her in a library.
When in doubt.
Alright, so, let's take a think here. What is the plan for this exact moment? Because they are now loaded up and they're starting to move.
I think we should just pick them off at the end, and I think the key is to make chaos. Because it's confusing.
Yeah.
Because like think about when we, had that battle, like we created chaos, and it went.
They were not prepared for that. Yeah.
Exactly. So I think we should. I mean, you can Misty Step, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, as a ranger, I think that's
Oh,
one of my
but
ranger
you're a
abilities.
warlock.
Right,
Oh, okay.
I'm not in ranger mode today.
Oh snap!
Those that don't know, the trickster granted him power, which the trickster is like an actual god. That's not part of the god's tree, I guess, the pantheon. He's kind of an unknown god. He's also called the Faceless One. Okay. Anyway, so he gave him powers, made it a decision to serve him forever, or at least for a time, after he is dead, to help him overthrow some gods that he doesn't agree with and like. But that may be like thousands of years from now. But he basically agreed to this in return for giving him powers to help destroy the Yonti, which was giving him the power of the Fiend. He got to choose. So he's half and half. He can choose once a day whether he's going to be a Horizon Walker Ranger, which he was originally, or a Fiend Warlock. Anyway, yes, she's sleeping.
She's
Cool. It's weird. You don't have a baby.
That's a first.
Who are we?
I know. Our whole image is gone, except for the ABC charts and all the toys behind us. Anyway, we get have sconces, but
Why would we
we
want
prefer
to?
ABC charts.
Okay, so let's just sneak behind them.
How close are you
Sneak
thinking?
behind them?
Probably within 30 feet.
That's close.
That's very close.
That's like other side of the room close, almost.
A little bit further, but yeah. Yeah. Maybe to the wall on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
They are trained soldiers on horseback to hunt for slaves.
Okay, fine,
so-
100 feet.
Now we're talking. Just kidding.
Close enough that we could
150,
run in.
200, 1,000.
Ooh. Yes.
100. It's nighttime.
It's nighttime right now.
And we'll
yes.
have our.
100 feet's probably safe.
Okay, alright.
Maybe anything over 60 feet, 'cause if it's dark and they have normal night vision. Weirin says.
Okay.
They
So,
can't see beyond 60 feet.
okay, that sounds
in the
good.
dark.
Let's do that. So we're 70 feet
Okay.
behind.
So their caravan
but I want to
begins,
go like
and you hear
kind
the
of
people like moaning
around.
and sad and it's not
how's
like
George? Is George scared?
the
I imagine
people
him,
are
like,
more
Groot.
afraid. The more people are
Like baby
afraid.
Groot.
More people are more afraid of George than he's afraid.
He's just like,
He's just sitting in there doing what he was told, and he's just kind of like holding onto the bars, just like looking out, and the people around him are just like,
oh,
backed
poor
away.
George.
He's like the bow.
he definitely put up a fight. You can see a few people with like lash marks as they were like going.
Oh.
He was like, no, my boat.
Oh.
But they didn't
feel
kill
so
him,
bad.
which is incredible. They kept him.
Okay,
They
so
thought he was
what's
interesting.
like the marching order of these people?
The magic user is up front. He's on a
Okay.
white horse. The
Okay.
rest of them are on black and brown horses. And the soldiers are following up and around the cages, like to the both sides. It's two lines,
Okay, hold
so
on.
on either side.
Each? Okay, and then on the other side of him.
So there's, I said, how many carts? Like 12?
Carts?
Yeah,
I don't
no, I
know.
said cages. I want to say let's just go with like 12, 13.
Okay.
No, I have to be decisive. There are 13 carts
13. Okay.
in cages.
So it goes the mage, and then like
it
other
really is
people,
arbitrary. Enough to carry this
and
group.
then they're just on the horsemen are just on the other side.
Either sides, yeah.
Oh, okay.
In a straight
And so
line
like
going
there's
back.
like 10 on each side.
Mhm.
Okay.
Spread out. Making
Okay.
sure no one.
Anybody in the back?
No,
There's just on the side.
they're on this side.
So there's like a cart back here. Where is George in the
He's about in third cart.
third cart from the front?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Ooh, we are like drawing it out. It's pretty sweet. I was gonna take a picture, but my phone is recording.
And my phone is
Doing great. We don't need to.
I'll
Okay,
send you the photo.
so George.
I'll let her finish.
Yeah, George is in here. Okay, because George is now part of our group. Okay, so they're just kind of all like this way, and they're all on horseback. This isn't very good, guys. Is this right?
Yes. Oh no, it's beautiful.
All right. My weird squares.
It started turning
Okay,
into Tostita chips.
so we're kind of like back here, huh?
Yeah.
And
So you're
so
following.
I want to come like around, because then I'm going to misty step across after I like shoot an arrow from this direction.
Right now. Okay.
What do you think?
Or do we want to wait till we've got gates opened up at the town?
Is that what we're gonna do?
Mm.
I didn't remember what plan we had decided on, so
we,
we're just
we didn't
following.
really. We kind of just threw a whole bunch of them out there.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
So you're all sneaking quietly, and you're just like, what are we doing? And you're like, I'm gonna go shoot him. You're like, wait.
Oh, that's right. We were gonna sacrifice all of these people.
Yeah.
For now. Odian says, for now. And Kalali says, I don't like this plan.
I don't know if I like it.
They're like family to me. But if you think that this will rescue them in the long run, and we can kill some of these, then they killed my brother. I'm all in.
What does rescue really mean in the eternities?
I have authority over
Death is
any
pretty
rank.
permanent, she says.
I
And she
have-
smiles.
I have authority over any rank of town guard
It's true.
anywhere.
But will the Yanti honor that?
The guards will, because the Yanti aren't everyone in these towns.
okay.
Okay, let's
If
do it.
they are normal guards, then they're
I
not under
say-
their control.
Chloe, do not be afraid. It will work out okay.
And she puts her hand back
Fear
at
not.
you.
Yay, she likes me. We're friends now.
And she
We're gonna
says,
braid each other's hair and I'll
She
make you a
says-
friendship bracelet.
"This is really cute." And
Did I
she,
kick you? I'm so sorry.
it's
love.
okay. My legs are okay.
I'm like afraid I'm gonna kick you, but my legs are too short. So I can't reach.
I am not wearing my shin guards tonight.
Oh, good.
Don't do that.
And she
I'm
says,
smart, so it's okay.
she says, well, because of you, I'm not with them, and I have a chance to save them. I've seen what you can do, and you have great magics, and I'd be happy to join you. But as long as you promise that in the end we can save them, because I can't just let them be taken into slavery. I've seen that. I don't want to see
My
that again.
quest in life is to abolish all forms of slavery throughout the world. I promise you, we will do all that we can to prevent them from going anywhere other than back to their camp. And you with them, if you so choose.
And she-
Wern would say something along the lines of, "We can't promise what other people will do,
That is true.
but
But we
We'll
will
do
do
what
our
we can."
best.
Inspiration points.
Yes! I have 4 now.
Thank you for role playing. And Kalali, you see tears kind of come to her eyes, and this is the first time she's shown any emotion other than blind rage.
Yeah.
But
She's cool.
she looks at both of you,
She's definitely
and
getting a friendship bracelet.
she's between you, and she puts her hands on both of your shoulders and says, "Well, let us hunt."
Yes! My favorite words. Oh, let's do this.
So
Tonight we dine in hell.
or at least in a few days.
Oh, is it a few days?
Yes. You guys were really close.
We've got lizards and a bird.
That's true, we do have the
You're just like on the run. You're like,
That's what we're gonna have to do.
take a bite. You're like sneaking, crawling in the dunes. All right.
Charred falcon feathers.
The problem is that your provisions were on the boat. Your provisions are with them now.
Oh, they have our provisions.
Well, yeah, they need provisions. They're like, oh,
Alright.
cool, a boat full of provisions and a weird tree monster.
Well, crap. I'm sorry, crumbs.
Oh, crap.
We don't say that.
Odion
words.
says- Odion
They don't exist here.
Odion
Try
says,
really hard not to say things because.
Odion says, we do not have supplies.
Ah, slim knuckles. That's what we say in this world.
Okay, we don't need what?
Odion says, well, we don't have supplies, but we have all the supplies we need with them. We also have the element of surprise. At nighttime, we
And
could,
magic arrows.
and cloaks that can hide us
Yes.
in almost
So
plain
we can
sight.
steal from
So we
them.
could steal as we go what we need at night,
That's a great idea.
and
There's
maybe
no-
cause an illusion somewhere every night somewhere, so we can get closer to perhaps take what we need quickly and run.
I think so.
But we will need to sleep. It's going to be a few days, so we're going to need to create some way that we can all rest one at a time.
Right. Well, they have to rest at some
They
point.
do. They do.
Well, we
The
just
horses
keep.
that are pulling all those people through sand. Is
Well,
they're gonna need
we'll
rest
just
too.
we'll just keep
they're
following
thicker
them.
wheels, but
We'll just keep following them until we think they're slowing down,
okay, sounds good.
and then, yeah.
All right, so you follow them for not long because it is nighttime, It seems that they'd been hunting the group for a little while because they go back to camp, so to speak, because there was a few things already set up, and then they rest, and the horses are watered, and the people are
What kind of guard do they have?
pretty good. They've got like at least.
Are there more people at this camp?
No,
So they just left. They just.
it wasn't
everyone
really
went-
a camp. It was just a place where they set up camp. It looks
Okay.
like it had been
All right.
cleared already.
So now, what does the camp look like?
Right?
I'm a visual person.
Yeah, you're good. I have that over there for that, but
Okay.
This
Well, I
looks
know,
too-
but this is just a little. That's the whole world. Are you talking about that? That was the city. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that was my neighbor, right?
Whoa! It's a cool. What is that? It's an octagon.
Oh.
so the cages are all set up and tents on the outside, and
There's 13 pages.
I know, but they've got like
I just.
those aren't cages.
Oh.
The cages are all on the inside,
Oh.
and they're all like directly together, just kind of smacked together. And then they've got a few guards standing posts on the outside, and then they've got horses, and there's stables on this side. It's just in the shape.
Stables.
I'm like holes and things that they're put up with. I will post all these things on Instagram, so if you're not following me, now you have a reason to. I don't really care other than just do it. I'm so good at convincing people.
But he does care because he cares about
Well, I care that you know what's
that
going
you
on.
see the.
I don't care about like numbers. It's
Right.
never been a thing for me.
Okay.
Who's watching? I'm just kidding.
Okay. So
Coming for you.
you see it. So what kind of do they have fires? And these are tents, you said?
Right, those are like
Tents.
tents for like officers or people that are more important, or maybe that stole a tent and
Okay,
they use
okay.
it.
But
You
they
really
don't
know.
have guards around this way, just inside by the.
They have a couple that are kind of standing, or like patrolling.
They have a patrol.
Oh yeah,
Okay, so where are we coming from? This direction?
yes.
Okay, so
You could have said
what?
anyone. It's circular, so I would just say yes.
What's this direction?
Nope.
Okay. So what I want to find. Okay, and there's only 20 of them. That's a small number. That is a small number.
Well, they're slavers. They just look for little bands.
I know,
of
but I'm
people.
just like we just
They're not like
small
a army that takes entire cities.
Okay,
Not like the one
so-
that you were dealing
well,
with.
that's fine. But
Thank heavens.
so we're coming from this direction, and what kind of guard is right here?
A very sleepy one. You notice him leaning on his.
I'm going to use my beguiling arrow, which is such a weird thing because I shoot him and then I charm him.
It is
It
pretty
is
strange.
super weird, but we're gonna do it. I'm going to,
And Odion sees you knocking an arrow, and he says, "What are you?"
and there's
doing?"
only one. You said there's only
Right.
one.
Yes.
Okay.
Right now, on this side, currently. He was
I'm
walking,
going-
but he stopped, and he's been standing there for about 15 minutes, and he's
Guy-
like starting
Rubbing
to.
his
This guy
eyes.
is
Yeah, he's like.
I am going to beguile him to go instill
You're like,
visions
I'm
for us.
beguiling him.
I know it's very weird, but it
Odin's
works.
like,
Trust me, he'll do it.
I think I haven't used this one yet, but my dad said it works, so we're gonna try.
The next day he's like, where did that come from?
So
You're probably gonna want to remove the arrow after you're
I
done.
will. I'm just trying to think where.
How do you remove the arrow and then make him go back? Or is it only exist? Does the spell only work while the arrow
I don't know.
in
Does
him?
does the
Is
arrow
there a time limit
disappear?
on
Like, how does
this?
that? Because that's really weird to me. That I shoot someone and then I beguile them.
Oh, I'm looking it up right now.
Is
'cause
it a mind arrow?
I want to make sure I understand this correctly too. Xanathar.
Oh.
Let's do this.
Oh, there's papers in here.
Oh.
Papers. Oh,
Okay.
there's things in here.
Because we haven't used this one yet. Because that one always
I
was
think I
weird
just
to
had a
me.
stroke.
Right.
I'm like 90% here. All right, the guiding
I
arrow.
think it's the only one I haven't used.
Sorry, I don't. All right, your enchantment magic causes this arrow to temporarily beguile its target.
Oh.
The creature hit by the arrow takes an extra 2d6 psychic damage, and choose one of your allies within 30 feet of the target.
Or myself.
Yes, the target must succeed a Wisdom saving throw, or it is charmed by the chosen ally until the start of your next turn. This effect ends early if the chosen ally attacks the charmed target, deals damage to it, or forces it to make a saving throw. The psychic damage increases to 46 when you reach level 18. Which you are not.
Okay.
It is weird though.
So
It's odd.
I shoot him.
You
And
shoot him
then-
and tell him
So I
to
want to
come-
shoot him in an area like
Come here.
where it won't be like extremely noticeable that he got shot. And it's where he can still use both his arms and his legs, but like not where like he's,
The butt.
yes,
The kidney.
The heart.
That's
Shoulder.
why I'm thinking maybe probably shoulder.
Neck. He's walking around with a...
You know, is he wearing a cape?
We'll shoot him in the cape.
He has like a turban on. It's black, and it's a turban that's like attached to his robe, and it goes all the way down. They're all
Are they
wearing it.
flowy?
Yeah.
Professor
Okay.
Quirrell.
Yeah.
That's what I imagined too.
Oh my god.
Okay, now we're Harry Potter talking about
Wait,
that.
they're
Okay.
all wearing purple, and there's guys in their heads.
Oh yay! Okay, so I'm gonna
But
shoot
don't
him.
say their names.
I'm gonna shoot him. So I don't want to kill him. I just because I'm trying to beguile him. So
Shoot him in the kneecap.
because right, we want provisions, right?
Or- yes.
Is there anything else we want? How long does this last?
If it's charmed, lasts 1 hour.
Perfect.
I'm going from this because I looked it up and there's like little to no information.
Okay.
I mean, other than this,
All
it's
right.
like it charms them.
All
so
right.
charm spell.
So what do? I just roll like I'm.
you shoot him. Yes.
Okay. And I
Otherwise,
only-
the arrow goes
and I
wide
only-
into their camp.
Okay, and I only like lose
There's
this
couple.
arrow. I only lose this
Who's
arrow
dropping arrows?
if
It only,
I-
yeah, Arcane Archer, it only acts as a functioning
I hit.
arrow if you hit,
okay.
which is like
Right.
really useful.
All
Not blasting
Right.
your spells away at nothing.
Oh,
Mm,
I've done
we can do
that
it.
so many times.
Yes.
Except I don't play too much. We need to play again.
Mhm.
You're like a really good DM.
Well,
24.
except when I'm not.
We have
24.
fun. Yeah. That's it.
Oh, that's great.
Is this one of the
I
skill
don't know why I
mode
said it
guys?
like that.
Yeah.
I was thinking of something else. I was thinking of apostasis and.
Do I roll damage?
What was your guy's name?
Because I'm not trying to like.
He
I mean,
didn't.
it hurt
Peter.
him, but I'm not trying to kill
Yeah,
him.
that's right.
Yeah.
Do I roll damage?
You roll the 2d6.
Do I have to roll for this damage too?
Damage.
I don't want to kill him. Oh, good. 1. Okay.
Yeah, 2d6 psychic damage, and then your actual arrow.
1. Oh.
What if you just kill
Good.
him though? Like,
Okay.
what
8. He just got 8 damage. That's it.
if- that's all.
Is he dead?
The arrow strikes him.
Did I kill him?
He slumps over dead. I'm just kidding. No, he
And he
it
has
hits him
to
in the
do-
leg, and all of a sudden he just stops.
He has to do a wisdom saving throw. So what does that mean?
That means
I've not done this
That
before.
means he may retaliate.
I never have any kind of magic. So this is new for me.
Yeah, he has to beat.
I think it has to
My-
be yours.
Mine? Or I roll. What?
No.
This.
He has to beat a
This?
number. Yeah.
Oh, this right here. Saving throw right here?
No. That's that would be his.
That's-
If that set of numbers that he has is what he would use to
Oh, it's
roll
okay.
against your wisdom.
And
which
this is
I'm
my
getting right
wisdom?
Yeah,
And so he has to beat my wisdom?
I believe so. Is that right?
Alright.
Yeah,
I've never done this
I'm literally.
Or does his wisdom
I'm making
have
sure.
to beat
Okay,
the roll?
to make a saving throw, roll a d20 and add the appropriate ability modifier. For example, to use your dexterity modifier for a dexterity saving throw.
You don't need to really read that. So,
I do though. Okay, so he makes a saving throw based off of his wisdom to beat your wisdom.
my wisdom, which is
So
12.
he would add his modifier to his.
Does he have a modifier?
I'm looking at it right now. I'm pretty sure he does. He doesn't have a modifier.
Oh, good.
He rolled an 11.
Mine's 12. Yes.
Barely. You see him go, ah! And then stop and just go very calm. And.
Is
look-
it like a psychic type of thing, or do I need to speak? How far is he
Imagine
from
it's
me?
psychic because it said
Yeah.
they take psychic.
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah, psychic, that's right. So I tell him to come to me.
All of a sudden, he drops his spear and begins to walk off from the camp. Blood going down from his leg. You shot him in the leg, right?
No, I didn't want to shoot him in the leg. I shot him in the like side.
Oh. With an arrow sticking
Side.
out of his side, he's walking
But
towards
like
you.
I want so.
And Odion's looking, he's never seen this before in his life. And
Okay.
he's just looking perplexed as you shot a man and now he's walking calmly towards us.
Okay.
And
And
Kalali is saying, what?
Wow.
Magic.
so he comes to me and I say, friend, we are in need of provisions. Go into your camp quietly and naturally and gather up provisions for us for, like, I want it to be like a little bit, like,
It's supposed to go up against the DC. Just that's what it's supposed to go against. I was just reading it. Sorry.
oh, I don't have
No,
that
no, thank you.
right
Yeah.
there. I don't have that right there. You might
Okay.
want
Yeah,
to
you'll
look at
you'll
that.
have to figure that out. Anyways,
Well,
Um,
it's the wisdom plus
plus something.
Oh, okay.
proficiency. Gosh,
Okay.
you know, you all know. I almost called you nerds.
You nerds know.
Okay.
But I
so
mean that in like an endearing way, because like, you're my people.
Yeah.
I say bring
Hey, I
enough.
can use that word.
It's not offensive
We
when I
don't want
say
it to be. We don't want it to be suspicious. And I'd say this: we don't want this to be suspicious because we don't want you to get in trouble for taking these things to help us. So get a few things that would go unnoticed, but would last us a day or two.
And then he smiles and he nods to you and he heads back to camp. As he starts,
And before he leaves, I move his. I'm gonna break the arrow off just a little bit, so that it's still in there because I don't know if it's gonna.
if it's the arrow tip, that
Yeah. So
okay.
I just break it off a little bit and then
He
arrange
snaps
his,
too. Just kidding.
and I arrange his robe so it doesn't look like.
Okay.
Okay.
He
Alright.
walks back into this area.
And I
You
just sit
can't-
down. I'm just
you
like.
can't see him with your eyes, but you can see him.
Him with his eyes, like see through his eyes.
No, you can't see through his eyes at all.
I'm going to send my
Bird.
bird.
I didn't mean to say that. Yes, you can do that.
I'm going to send my bird to fly around.
Good.
Okay.
So you send your bird and your ice
And then
bird
I
is
say,
white.
I'm going to look through Runa. So I hold on to Odeon and I say, if someone attacks, like, wake me up and protect me, okay?
Okay, so I don't want to take away from story, but I'm just gonna.
No,
so
please do.
Your spell save DC is 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus whatever your main modifier would be.
So 8 plus proficiency bonus, which is
Probably 3.
Yeah. So
Plus
8,
what
9, 10,
is
11.
dexterity the main modifier for an
12,
arcane archer? I would imagine.
Yes. Yes.
So whatever your modifier is for your dexterity plus your proficiency bonus plus 8.
Oh wow. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
14. Oh.
Okay,
So
what I
that's
put right
that's
there?
what they have to beat on
That's my 14.
saving throws.
Okay.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know.
I always
For
let
spells.
machines do it for me because
Yeah.
I'm lazy.
Yeah. Well, now we know.
No, it's good. And knowing is half the battle.
Oh my gosh.
As long as
okay.
we can remember.
Let's get back into this. Okay.
He starts walking into the camp, and you see one of the people come up and start talking to him and like going like this to him, and he,
I told him discreetly and naturally. Okay.
yeah, and he goes like this and says something to him, and the guard just kind of walks off and continues doing his thing. He walks over and looks around and grabs a few packages of something and puts it under, and you see him grab like a water skin and like one more water skin, and then just start to like walk like this back to the tents and passes that same guard, and the guard's just staring at him walking funny, and
Oh my gosh. I have a brilliant idea.
oh,
The guard sees. Oh no.
the roll natural 20.
Dang it. It's not gonna work then.
He sees the blood splattering, like dripping in the sand as he's going, and he stops him and he's asking him, and you can't tell what's going on, but you can see like the conversation. You can't understand the language because it's a different language.
I'm going to send Runa to like agitate horses on the other side, like near that one guard. that's bugging him.
Okay.
So that okay.
All right, so your bird immediately goes berserk and starts like pestering the sleeping horses, and they all start freaking out and whinnying, and the guard looks away, and he starts to go over to the horses to calm them down,
Okay.
and your guy starts to walk back. Nice and quick thinking.
Gosh.
He makes his way to you, and he just starts like throwing it on the sand, just like putting it down, and starts walking back to the place.
No. I say, take off your robe and your turban,
He takes it off,
and then
He's
I
now
kill
naked.
him.
and then you kill him.
Yeah.
Okay, how?
They won't notice.
I stab him right through the.
Oh,
my sword.
shoot.
I'm sorry.
The charm breaks.
You. It's he. Does he seem to be?
Roll advantage on your attack.
Does he
but he
seem
is wearing
to
armor,
be? Does he
and you're trying to
seem
stab
to
through the
be the same like build as Weirin or Odeon?
More like we're in.
Okay, perfect. Okay. All right. Advantage. Oh, that's not a 20. Okay. 22.
Yep, that's enough.
Okay. And then.
I'm gonna say you do it. I mean,
what's
he's
a
not
D8?
moving. You're trying to stab him in the heart, right? And kill him instantly.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna say that.
Oh.
Well, technically,
Depend on
he has
damage,
50.
yeah.
He has 40 health, and it only does 8. You know, you're trying to kill him, and he's not moving. I like to play the story. I don't always go by numbers. In this case, stealth
And he's
things,
unarmed?
He's unarmed. You're stabbing him through the chest.
He's charmed, waiting
He's not.
for
Yeah, he's dead. He
Okay.
he slumps over and he just kind of looks at you for a second because he regards you as a friend when he's charmed,
And I say.
and it starts to
I
break a
say,
little bit,
Sleep, friend.
and then he just dies.
Oh, that's so sad. But
And
at
he
the
just
same time.
dies.
Okay. And I hand Weirin the robe and the turban, and I say,
You also now have scale mail.
and you also have the ring, which
Alright.
is good, because then you can speak whatever language they can.
Mm-hmm.
So
Primordial.
I say I
the
put this
guards
on,
speak that.
and you are now a guard.
Okay.
Hopefully
Ooh.
they don't recognize me.
But
But
it's like a turban thing,
yeah.
so could be good.
Okay. Okay.
I was just thinking.
It's risky.
Take his
Try it.
place. Take his place.
Yeah.
They are gonna notice he's
Okay.
gone. Okay.
I give you
It
some
was
water
a quick makeshift
and
plan,
some
but it
food,
works.
and I say, okay,
All right.
it worked though.
I'm gonna,
Nice.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
and
go
so-
over there and pretend I know what I'm doing.
So then we drag the body over and bury
Buried
it in
it.
the sand.
Okay. In the sand shall become
And
his
then,
grave.
then I'm going to rest, and Odeon's taking first watch. Because I only need to rest 4 hours.
Okay. All right. So
And then I'll take second watch after I wake up.
upon waking,
Because he doesn't need to rest.
Yeah, upon waking,
Yeah.
they don't do anything during the night, but you are relieved of your station and are sent back to your quarters.
Oh.
So go back to them.
Yes.
In sleep. I'm gonna go back to them.
But where are they?
I'm gonna follow somebody else who has also been relieved.
All right.
Or is there?
Go up and talk to him and roll persuasion,
Okay.
like that you're trying to fake
I'm
this
sorry I
person.
put you into this, but okay. At the same time.
Persuasion.
Oh, shoot. Just pretend like you're drunk.
I'm gonna use. Well, no, I already didn't know. Did I already use Dark
I-
One's Unlock today or no? I'm
It
gonna
doesn't
use it.
sound familiar. You only use fireballs and firewalls.
Add 1d10.
That's all we use.
Right. 7.
You needed to beat 6.
Oh,
hey.
goodness gracious.
I'm not joking. That was the number. That's hilarious. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
You immediately start, hey bro, and then
Hey, bro.
and then immediately kind of like
Jabroni.
remember that you hadn't turned on your ring yet, and then and you kind of joke like,
Scum language of the garbage people.
and he's like, what did you just say? Because you said it in common.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I would say, oh, I was just making fun of these idiots that we just picked up.
Oh yeah, this riffraff. They're hardly worth the money, but hey, keeps bread in our pockets.
Bread in your pockets.
He doesn't have a bag. He puts it in his pockets. Deal with it. His
Pocket
hand.
bread.
He's one of those guys that goes to parties and like puts rolls in his
He's
pockets.
trying to invent like the hot pocket. Because you know you put it.
I'm
in
just
your
gonna save
pocket.
this for later.
And you're like, all right.
Yeah.
I meant coins, and I was gonna say bread on the table, but it came out bread in the pocket. Just go with it. This is what he does, all right? He's a freak
Hey,
of nature.
No judgment here.
You're just like,
Bread in
Whatever
the
you
pocket
wanna
sounds
do.
good.
hey. Technically, he only rolled a 6, so like he's not.
He's a bit of a dim one.
He's not communicating
Oh.
very well either. So I mean, bread in the pockets. He got nervous when you talked to him.
I must outrank him or something.
Apparently.
I just want to say,
I just want to say I like you.
just want to say, I'm in love with you.
And it continues.
The dating simulator begins.
I just want to say, I don't think that the living quarters were quite set up right. The tent seems to have something wrong with it. Could you double check it for me?
He's like, what's wrong with yours? Yours is the one right there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's not my job, but I mean, I can take a look.
It seems like something was missing. Could you help
Well, I
me?
mean, I don't. Okay, sure. And so he walks over to it, opens up the tent. He's like, "What's wrong with it?"
Oh, I could have sworn I was missing a tent pole or something. It didn't seem right
The
earlier.
pole would. Okay, well, you've been up. Go to sleep. And so he goes. He just leaves. Hey, what was your name again? I never get to talk to anyone here.
Oh yeah, I'm Jafar.
All right, Jafar. Interesting. Okay, well, you have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, you too.
All right, so you go in and there's a little little mat. It's a little mat type thing that you can sleep on. It feels a little weird being without your friends, knowing that they're outside. Now you are within.
Yeah.
But at least you're in, and you were able to barely get to your spot. You all sleep, awake in the morning. You awake to people shoving you and saying, "Come on, let's go." And they roll up everything and they pack up, and then you are on the road before dawn.
On the road again.
Okay, and at that point, I mean, by this point, I've already been on watch.
I was gonna ask what you were doing, but yeah.
So I wake them up, and we put away our pawaf weeds. Is that how you say it? I always forget.
Yes, Piwa.
And I assume we took yours.
Yeah, that would have made sense.
Yeah. And put them in the bag, and because we
Retro-
gave one to Kalali
retroactive.
that we had.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
using one.
Okay.
She doesn't understand it.
I
but
have to remember that we have to take that off.
Otherwise
'Cause it
she-
will get
it'll
ruined.
just well, I mean, it will still be there. It will just stop working.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It will get ruined.
Magic gets burned.
So, okay, so we're gonna stealthily follow about 70 feet behind like we were before.
There's no UV protection.
All right, so
We're gonna get sunburned.
all right,
yeah,
so
what is
you.
what? I mean, it's early morning, but has it been like really hot?
It was actually pretty cold during the night,
Well, yeah, the desert.
but yeah, it gets like upwards of like 120.
So
Like
basically
mid-desert.
where we live.
Yeah,
Okay.
with a tad bit of
So like home.
humidity.
Guess we.
So like this summer.
So like today, that crazy freak thunderstorm that
Yeah.
like came out of nowhere.
They were saying we were supposed to have quarter-sized hail. I didn't see it, but
Some people did.
yeah.
Enough about us.
We were on the way to the park. Henry was devastated because
Oh, sad.
we have to go to the park at night.
Right. To survive it.
You see that you are now close. You see this shambling mound of rock moving along in front. You've never seen the like, but it's an actual creature.
Did
But it's being controlled by the man in the robe.
So did,
I rolled a
Weirin
seven.
wouldn't know, but is it well, maybe he
You
would.
can roll history to see if you've studied it, because remember, before you set out, you did study quite a bit.
9.
That's about where I
You've
rolled.
heard about creatures of like elements, but
Mhm.
you're not sure like how it works.
Yeah, I was thinking it was a golem too.
Yeah, stone golem.
Yeah.
A stone elemental.
Perhaps either one of those. Those are both separate entities, but yes, along those lines. You're not sure which. Makes sense. Oh no! Everyone, cover your ears.
Sneeze or yawn, make up your mind.
Oh, I did yawn and that helped.
You ever do this when you're about to sneeze?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I was trying right
Press
there.
hard there. It's
Helps.
fun fact. A day goes by. It is hot. You use your provisions, water, skin. You do everything. It's all gone
Okay.
because you have to. I mean, in this heat, you have to drink a lot. Unfortunately, it's not enough water for the heat, but you are all parched by the end of the day.
Oh my
Like,
goodness, Viren doesn't have his alcohol.
oh my gosh, he does it. Odion turns to you and says, "We made a mistake.
We
And
did.
How are you doing?"
Well, we didn't talk about it. Do you need me to roll for madness?
I do need you to roll for madness. No, I need you to roll a D.
They have our alcohol, so
They do. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they do.
okay, so at this point, when I think of this, I can walk along while I look through Runa's eyes.
Okay, I need you
right?
to roll a D100.
100.
Yes.
So
80.
I'm gonna see if
All right, now roll a D10.
okay, if there's like a supply
2.
wagon that they have.
Yeah, they do. They have like a few little wagons that are moving along. 82.
Mm-hmm.
So where are the supply wagons?
Oh no.
Oh no! Shoot, what?
What happens is, as you travel along this road, I say road because they seem to have found some path. Dune after dune after dune after dune.
Mm-hmm.
It almost begins to erase your mind. You know who you are, but you don't recognize anyone around you.
Makes sense.
And, I mean, you don't remember how you got here. You have amnesia for the moment until you get some alcohol.
Okay.
You have a craving for it,
I'm going
but
to.
you are currently thinking you are one of these people.
Okay.
that could
which is
work
good
in our
for your
favor.
Right.
But also not for them if they ever
Yeah.
try to find you. But you don't know this.
Yeah. So
You're just
anyway,
like, I guess
because
I'm a
like
slave.
I realized he doesn't have alcohol, I'm gonna I'm gonna look
Things
through
just got
Runa's
interesting.
eyes, and I'm gonna see if
You
I can
start killing them.
find
Right.
if I can find it, like in a supply wagon somewhere. You know, let's
It
see
is.
where it
So
is.
it's evening right now.
The
They're
supply wagons, covered. I was like, what's the word?
yeah, they cover it to keep the sand and everything from blowing. It gets pretty intense during
Okay,
the day.
so it's evening.
Yes, it is evening right now. They're setting up the same setup. They keep moving this way. It seems to work for them. This time they've camped by a small oasis. It seems they go on this path every single time. Very aware of what's around
And
them.
is there surroundings where we can hide?
Yes,
Okay, all right.
but that water sure does look tempting.
Well, yes, and if he doesn't, because
Uh,
I'm expecting him to come out and
right.
like, give us provisions.
I'm not helping.
Unfortunately, he's
Yeah.
not going to.
So what I'm gonna go. And,
but you
and
have an
Runa.
intense craving for alcohol.
I'm gonna have Runa as a cat go in. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna see if I can find
Okay.
the alcohol.
All right. So I need you to roll stealth for your little one.
What was I supposed to use as?
I will actually. I was going to look this up.
Because we do it a little differently than what.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't. Critical Role does a separate thing. I like to just use animals. So it's a +2 dexterity. So added to your stealth, just like do a normal stealth.
4.
Okay. So the cat
4.
saunters in, slowly.
Yeah,
People
freaking
see it,
tastic.
but honestly,
It's a cat.
most of them are just like, oh, there's a cat near the oasis. That's not terribly surprising,
Oh, okay.
because cats actually hang out in deserts all the time.
Especially
Okay.
the
Was it
oasis.
cold
kind.
or heat that they like
They
really
like
a
the
lot?
heat.
They like the
They
heat.
sit in the sun.
Yeah. Yes. So they see a cat by the
Maybe
oasis.
bandits
They're not
might
really
try to
bothered by it. They just see
find
a
the-
cat, and it's walking around the provisions.
You'd find the square of light that was coming through the skylight.
Yeah.
Instantly.
So you find what you're looking for, and they just see a cat jump up on top of the supplies and just sit there.
Will you print that off for me at one point so I can have it?
Uh huh.
Or I can just copy it down for you, save it so I can copy it down. So I find the supply.
Mhm.
Is there what? So did I find? So I want to go into the wagon.
So it's weird. So you send
So
him in
Luna-
after the fact that he was supposed to come out but never did.
Yeah. Well, and
You just
also,
go-
and also because
just
we
doing
know
my
that he
thing.
doesn't have alcohol, and we're worried about that.
If you don't have
So-
alcohol again, you're gonna have to roll a table again and take additional
Okay,
effects.
so
But it's
in
what
the,
you would do as a soldier.
so in
So
the
play your character.
in the wagon, the supply wagon. Do I see the bottles of alcohol?
Not from where you're at. No, it's not like sitting on top. But you've heard it rattling around in there. So it's
Can Runa jump into the wagon?
Yeah.
Okay.
so she can't like lift things up, but she's just looking around. You're able to see through her eyes. There's a crate that was marked with Ados Rhoda. It's like
Is there a
brand.
small bottle?
Not small enough for a cat to carry and not be noticed. You roll a 4.
Okay.
Just,
All right.
just like trying to yank this cork.
That cat's an alcoholic.
Okay. So I find it. Now Runa's gonna go out and find Weirin.
That's making the highlight reel.
Okay. So I'm finding. I'm gonna go find Weirin.
Okay. So you saunter over to him, and you see.
I
a
found
cat.
him easily. That's great.
I mean, you're just looking around. Doesn't take long. There's.
And he's seen my cat before, and he knows what the
I-
cat looks like.
No.
He did.
Well, I know, but
He
so
just.
I would expect him to like.
You would
Oh.
expect it. You
So-
right now as your character, yes.
So Runa just sits in front.
So this
Like-
cat walks up to you and just sits in front of you. What would your character do?
Oh, it depends on what he's already doing.
Sits down in front of you and just stares at you like
Well,
a
what
No,
is
no, what's
Weirin doing?
Weirin already doing? Yeah.
Um,
So,
what would you be doing in a camp?
well, the question is, how severe is this amnesia?
Is he supposed to be on guard?
It's not
duty?
severe enough
Because-
you feel like you are your own person. You know who you are,
Be-
but in the
well,
sense that you know like
like
your name and everything, but you don't know like what you were doing.
I know my name is Jafar, or I know
You know your name is Jafar.
and,
That is the last thing that you called yourself.
And am I just naturally using my ring of language, or
It recharges when you need it.
right?
When you were using it at the last.
So I'm just
It recharges every day.
I'm just using it naturally, despite my amnesia.
Most of the time, you're not being spoken to.
Right. Right.
It
so
hasn't
that's
come up.
that's what I'm thinking. Like, he probably, craving alcohol, would go looking for it. So when he goes and speaks to somebody and says, "Hey, I could really use a drink. Where's the alcohol?"
And the person that you're talking to, the same person,
Uh-huh.
So the cat's just sitting there like, what is going on? Like,
you
hello?
hear this conversation,
Yeah.
but in the other language.
Okay. Yeah.
You
the cat can't understand it.
so your
It sounds like,
twist it does.
like the
Bum, bum,
you know in the
bum.
Peanuts cartoons, the adults. Yeah, that's what it sounds like to
So as he's
Yeah.
you ask him this question, he's like, "We can't have that."
What?
I really need it.
No, we all need it. It's just a matter of losing your hand or not.
You don't understand. I need it.
Okay. roll persuasion or intimidation, depending on what you're trying to do.
Well, I don't think he'd be violent about it yet.
but we're getting there and getting there quickly.
You're
14.
Persuasion.
okay. Ooh, man. He doesn't really buy it. I mean, like he's like, I understand that you need it, but there's really not much we can do. You shouldn't. You shouldn't just go over there and start taking things. They will execute you.
Fine.
So does the other guard leave?
Yeah, he leaves him.
Okay, so Runa comes up and goes like this. Like bats at his leg.
Just goes to start.
We're in pets. Runa.
And Runa bites him.
Like how hard? Like
Just
a love bite.
maybe not quite that, but like don't touch me. Like pay attention.
Weirin would probably kick at the cat. Honestly.
So in that moment,
No
you
offense.
notice
That's
you notice it's a little weird that he's acting this way,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He would have been like, "I've got it," you know, like
kick,
something.
Did he kick Runa or did he just kick at Runa?
Did you kick Runa? Roll it for it.
Oh, I mean, yeah. 1.
Oh, good.
Tries to kick, falls down.
Slips on a banana peel.
Remember,
Did you fall?
remember your drunkenness is like the
Reverse.
opposite.
Right.
So you're acting more drunk than you would be.
Okay, so he fell.
Yes.
Okay, so Runa jumps on his chest and just looks at him
Is she
and goes like this, like
would,
in Hocus Pocus, that cat, you know.
Like Binks.
would she roll perception against my insight, or not perception, persuasion against my insight? Because Weirin doesn't get what's going on, or
I would say. I mean, it's not trying to persuade you.
kind of
Yes.
is.
Roll for it.
Okay.
I mean,
16. What would I add?
You win.
With my cat.
You won.
Plus 1. So, oh, charisma. Minus 2. 14.
because it's a cat.
Oh, you got 7. So.
You feel.
You're right.
totally weird.
Charisma. Minus 2 because it's a cat.
Because it's a cat.
It's
You
true.
got to say why.
This cat is smacking you in the face. Clearly, though, it's intelligent
Right.
and it's trying to talk to you, but
Right.
it's a cat. And it's very odd that it's just staring at you so intensely.
Yeah.
So
Weirin says out loud, "What do you want, little cat?"
It jumps off his. Runa jumps off his chest and then walks and then turns like, "Follow me."
okay,
And Weirin follows.
all right.
Yeah.
You can just say I.
I follow.
And Runa looks like kind of like a desert cat, huh?
Uh-huh.
Because she has the long
Yeah.
ears and stuff. So
That's
she
why they
has-
don't really
yeah.
care. There's cats all over the
She
place.
kind of looks kind of like a lynx, a little bit, but like not a little smaller.
Besides, most of the time, soldiers and people like that like cats in camps because they kill mice.
Mm.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Okay. All right. So I take him to the supply wagon, but I'm taking him like a stealthy way, like around.
Okay, so you kind of
Avoiding-
like go around one of the tents, but you make your way to the supply wagon, and
Okay.
nothing happens.
Okay. And I
Nothing happens.
oh good. I go into
I have to like be
Runa
fair.
goes
Not
into
just be like, sure, everything goes well for you.
Yeah.
Runa jumps
get everything.
jumps into the wagon and then turns around like
Do you jump into the wagon? Or, like, what are you doing?
Don't jump. Just go.
So what are you doing?
Yeah, I would look in to see what this little cat's
Okay,
getting
Runa
into.
just like bats at like the bottles.
This cat clearly understood
What I
you're
wanted.
Like, yes, like it feels a little weird. Like
Yeah.
you're probably drunk. Like you feel like
Something's
what is
not right.
happening? This cat is like showing me what I want. It's my spirit guide for alcoholism.
Oh, great ancestor.
All right, you have a special bond with this kitty cat. It showed you where the beer is.
Take me on a quest.
All right. Do you take the bottle or you just leave it?
I would probably try to sneak it away.
Sleight of
You
hand.
should
yes.
drink some right now.
A sleight of hand and a little bit of stealth, so I can go drink it. So.
Sleight of hand and twist.
You
Yes.
need to roll it.
I do need to roll it.
Oh,
No.
it's a 5 against the natural 20.
Holy crap! Oh no! We're gonna lose your horn.
Suddenly behind you, there is a robed man standing there, and he says in the language, he says, "Soldier, is there something I can help you with? You feel like you're not getting enough provisions?"
Oh, I was just chasing this cat. We were playing.
Nice save. So you pick up the cat and you're holding it.
Did you
And-
need to do deception on that? I'm worried.
I'm gonna have you roll deception with advantage because that was quick thinking.
Okay.
What did you roll?
Deception 17.
What was it?
13.
Oh, good.
So at first he's very upset. You see like the fire in his eyes, and then he's actually got like tattoos on his face. Look like arcane symbols from nature, just something he's either put himself or it was put upon him. But he kind of narrows his eyes for a minute and he says, "Kill the cat, leave the cart alone."
Yes, sir.
And he's just standing there.
So I take the cat off.
Okay, and so he nods, and then that's that. Gosh, 2 natural 20s when the guards are looking. What is?
And the cat does like the equivalent of like a face palm. Like, but no, like this is-
I love this episode. It has everything. Love. It has cats.
what more did you need?
Insanity.
And bread and
Deception.
pockets.
Crippling alcoholism due to sadness.
Okay. All right. Okay. So now
What
what?
more could you want?
So now what?
Who needs action?
I don't know. I think Warren's probably scared away from that spot.
So
now.
close. Natural 20 and a 2.
Yeah.
Okay. So she.
Luck isn't always
so
on our side.
I like get out of. So I stop the.
The cat process.
Yeah. And I just say, we have a problem. I don't think Weirin knows who he is. Or what.
Audience is,
like,
we'll give you that
I-
idea.
Because he didn't. Like, he's not acting like himself at all.
That is a problem.
There's something.
He
He
hasn't
didn't
had any
recognize
alcohol.
Runa. He didn't. It took a long time for him
He's
to follow.
totally gonna join.
He's like all in.
And I say, I think.
He's like,
I think-
kill them!
I think he thinks he's one of them. That's what it seemed like from Runa's perspective.
Stockholm.
Oh, jeez.
So
Audience says, by the gods,
I'm
what
going
have we
to
done?
I'm going to try to maybe beguile another guard, or
If
What do you
your
think?
cat can lure him to us like we killed, or shoot him with an arrow and bring him to us, we'll get him alcohol. If that's what it takes, we need to find out what's going on.
okay.
Either
so,
lead him with your cat or shoot
Okay,
him.
so she goes back in, and Runa, is he still holding Runa, or
Yeah, I mean, what are you doing? You're supposed to kill this cat.
Yeah. I don't think he would though,
Okay.
because he obviously is like, oh,
This is an interesting
special
cat.
cat.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Any soldier would be like, okay, hold on, I don't want to just kill this. What
Right.
is-
Runa like tries to get like jump down, and tries to like struggle and like to get down.
The cat struggle,
Yeah.
which is like that floppy,
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
like you know what I mean. Much like a baby
Where they're like,
or a
quit
toddler.
strangling me while they're trying to get
Yeah.
away.
Oh, so
Yeah.
do you let go
This
or
is an
do
interesting
I?
situation that
Okay,
we've got.
So Runa.
You never know at D&D, this is not what I planned.
So it is.
I told you. I
How
told
can
you we just dig a hole in the
How
desert.
can I plan a D100? I'd have to plan for 100 different
Right.
options.
Right.
But you said you planned. You said try it. We did.
The fates are not...
We always do. We
It's okay.
always
This was
sometimes do.
kind of on my mind. Not even close to what is going on, but this is a general
Right
direction.
direction.
Yeah, I mean, at least you're
Okay.
going towards
So,
them.
so Runa tries to get him to follow her out of the camp, but like again, like stealthy.
Okay, same little cat movements, same little, just like follow me. There's very like not cat-like actions that are
Uh-huh.
like piquing your interest. Do you follow?
Yes, and I'm going to sort of make it somewhat deceptive to make it look like I'm just patrolling, doing my job.
I need you to roll performance.
Ooh, am I good at that?
Performance.
Doesn't matter.
What'd you
14.
roll?
14.
Mm-hmm. Natural
Here comes another natural
Oh,
20.
please no. Is it a natural 20?
No.
Someone notices.
What is it?
It's a 16.
Oh, okay.
So they notice and they see you walking off in that direction, but they don't stop you.
Okay.
But they notice.
Do I notice they notice?
Roll perception. How well is your performance going?
9.
He's pretty
Confident.
undrunk.
You're pretty drunk.
I'm drunkenly confident.
All right,
In my
drunk
own-
on not being drunk.
Right.
Madness is a strange thing. He rolled an interesting one. He could have just died, so I mean, it could be.
On the bright
Does
side.
Runa notice anybody watching? Can Runa do that?
Well, it's you.
Okay.
You're controlling her, so yeah. Check it out.
That's 9, right? Because
That is a 9.
the little fleck.
As long as it's underneath.
Okay, it's hard to tell on this one.
It is.
What was it?
Perception.
14.
14. Yeah, you notice there's a guard that's like looking out from the side of the tent, and he has a little like quizzical look on his face.
Okay, so I take him back towards the camp a little bit, like making it look like we're going back that way.
Okay.
That'll work. And then when we get far enough away, I'm gonna go back and we're just gonna go all the way around this time. Or what did you roll?
It's
Not
private.
It's private. I'm like worried now about the 20.
It doesn't matter.
Scary.
I only roll well when they're looking at you.
Okay.
Not attacking, just
All right.
everything that thwarts every plan that you ever do.
Okay.
We'll just stay doing this all night.
No.
Play the game.
3 a.m.
Okay, so
Okay, now I go this direction.
do we get
You're just
out?
like, why is this happening to me?
Do we get out of the camp?
You do make it out of camp, yes.
Okay. All right. And I just lead him back to us. Is he following still?
He's following, right? You said you were.
Yeah.
All right, you make it back to the camp, and there are some people there.
Okay, I get out of
I
it.
guess I probably would like draw my sword.
Okay, you draw your sword.
Like
And Odin's like, hey, what are you doing?
slaves. What are you doing? And I guess I'm speaking in primordial.
Yeah. Oh no. So I'm going to.
Does Odeon speak primordial? He does, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, he is.
Right.
So let's see what I have.
All right. So Odeon sees that something's going on. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Me?
Yeah.
9.
I don't know why
Plus
I'm like
wisdom,
looking away,
let's
but I'm
see,
like really
12.
interested about like.
It is not enough. You suddenly become charmed, in a way. He is controlling you.
Okay.
You have a telepathic link to him. You can use your action in total control of the target until the end of your turn. He tries to will you to understand him, and he demands that you come over and hide. So you come over and just like get down low. He then begins to like interrogate you in your brain,
Mhm.
essentially. Same type of energy is like flowing around that you saw. The exact same.
With
type
the
of
red
energy.
robe.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so he begins to interrogate you, and he asks you your name.
Jafar.
and then he looks back, just like, and then continues. He says, "Where are you from?"
Maneba.
And he says, "We are straight," and then he swears. and he turns around and says, "What would you do to us if we were to let you go?"
Bring you back to the carts.
All right, we gotta kill him. He jokes, but at the same time, he's terrified. He says, we need to get him something stat. I have 1 minute to control him. We need to tie him up or something.
I don my. Okay, I give him rope, and I don my puafui, and I'm going into the camp. I'm gonna go all around because I know where the wagon is. I'm going in.
So Kalali ties him up really tight, and
I'm just gonna do it.
she puts on hers as well and stays a little bit behind you.
I have +6 stealth, so
With advantage on your rolls.
it's true.
Roll your stealth. Thank you.
For not rolling a natural 20. There you go.
Natural 20.
Yay! You become invisible. Kalali's following you, and then you disappear. And so she kind of just stays where she's
Good,
at.
good girl.
She notices you're gone. She sees a little bit of footprints, but even then those start to disappear.
Okay, I'm like,
20, you're a ghost.
okay.
With a puafui.
Okay, so I'm going like around.
So you know where
Like,
everything is, because
yeah.
you're already in the camp.
Yeah. And I
you-
get to the wagon.
I'm going to have you roll advantage on sleight of hand, because you rolled a natural 20.
Okay.
Natural 20.
16.
Are my dice loaded? Huh?
Did you do a 20?
No, what did you roll?
16.
So did I.
Does it go to me?
Because he has a -1, so it's a 15. But either way, it would have gone to you.
No, because I tried
Unless it
rolling
was a
this and I
plus
got
one.
like 2s, 3s, and 7s, and that was all I got. I didn't get any higher
He
than
hears
like
something clanking towards the cart and comes over, and he like steps like right next to you. He's like right here, and you just smell this like sweaty man who's just like been out in the sun.
Clinky. I was so.
That's my mode.
No, no,
most
no.
of the day.
Okay.
No, you pulls it out, and he was walking by, and he heard the slightest sound. He rolled the same or right next to yours, so it's like he was being very perceptive. So he heard something, but he passes it off as nothing and continues
Mhm.
on.
Okay, so are there other provisions in here?
Yeah, everything
Okay.
that you need.
All right. I take how many bottles of alcohol are in there?
That you can see, there's 3 right now.
Okay, I take all 3 and I put them in my bag, and then I just grab food. Are there any waters?
You actually grab 2 days of rations for every person.
Okay, and I stick it in. What about water?
Same.
Good.
Provisions
I got it
counts
in,
as water.
and then I get out. Do I need to roll again since I did a 20?
You rolled a natural 20
Okay.
on stealth in this camp, so I'm
Okay.
gonna let it ride.
Okay, so I get out and I get back, and I give.
And you come into view as this like just almost out of shadows, just like almost like out of
And
nothing.
I
Ah!
like give it to Weirin.
And what were you doing in the meantime? They kind of gagged
I'm
you.
tied up, yeah.
They gagged and tied you up.
I give it to, and I say, I'm gonna take out your gag, and you're going to drink this. It's alcohol.
Roll persuasion.
Yeah.
19 plus.
Oh.
0.
Yeah, you beat him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gosh, this
So
is like
we take out,
cluster of
take
just
off
all
his,
sorts of everything.
take off his gag, and just kind of like help him drink it because I'm not in
And
time.
you resist at first, but you do want it really
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
As you begin to
And
drink,
then I say, how much do we give to him? It's been
When
a
we
while,
stop.
so do like I have 2 other bottles in here. Should I just give him the whole thing?
after half the bottle, the first
It's
one,
like you're a baby. How much do I give him?
after half the bottle, you begin to recognize the faces around you,
Okay.
and that part of your madness is gone.
Okay.
And Odeon says, "What is your name?"
Weirin.
Oh, good.
All right. You do you remember? You do remember, right? That you were Jafar for a little bit.
It's hazy.
Well, you thought you were that person, so drink. I don't care
Okay.
how, but
But-
drink.
Do I
I'm
have like a
keeping-
water
I'm-
skin?
There's a water skin I'm going to give you.
Okay.
I want you to fill full of alcohol,
But I'm
and I
gonna
want you to
keep
drink it
the-
all the
so
time.
you
I'm going to
fill
keep you
it-
plenty drunk.
Okay, so he'll take the other half of the bottle and
He's
put
dumping
it
it
in,
into a water
in the water
skin.
skin. I'll keep the other 2, and so when you come out at night, or when you're on guard, dude, we will give it to you. But I'm not gonna let them see that you have it, because you're gonna get in trouble, because they almost got in trouble. So,
True.
because by the way, the cat, that was me. Ish.
Yes, I.
Realize that now.
Okay. All right. Just making sure, because
The
it was.
soldier that originally saw you walk out here has fallen asleep.
Okay.
Side
So,
note.
how far are we from?
From Maneba?
Mm-hmm.
You've been traveling now for about 2 days,
So we're like a day away.
so you're a day away.
Okay, and I got 2 days provisions. We're good. Okay, so just I guess go and we need to think of a plan. What time is it? Is it so late?
It's probably, with all the cat wandering, I'd say it's about midnight.
Okay, all right. We still have time for sleep.
Just like, come on.
It's just like
What is he doing? That's
just
gotta
follow-
be
he's
frustrating
just
for you.
following a cat around the camp. Everyone's like, "What is he doing?"
I'm renaming this to the Cat Whisperer.
So we need to think about what we're gonna do once we get to Maneba.
Maneba.
Oh, it's a B, not a V. Oh, I thought it was a V.
It's
Maneba.
like, in like Spanish. you
Yeah.
do that.
Okay.
You can do it either way.
Are we just going into the city? Or are we getting them before, or just letting them go in?
We
right?
want to get in
Okay.
either way, but
And you can help us in.
I could get in,
Yeah.
and then if I could
Find a way
figure
to
out a
open the
way
door.
out, if I know a place where I can bring you guys in.
Well, the cat could go with.
Yeah.
So you're technically with him just as a cat.
Okay. All
I
right.
could dimension door some people in too.
Ooh, yes.
At least one person at a time.
Once a day.
Yeah.
That
I
might
could do
work,
it twice a
though.
day. Because I have 2 level 4 spells.
Oh, true. Okay.
So as
well
long as I
then,
could get outside the wall a
If
few
one
times.
person can get in, then you can
Right.
dimension door twice.
Right.
Let's
And
do it.
Odian says, I'm pretty confident my magic could get me in, but I'm not sure about the others. Besides, I used to be a priest here. I know exactly where to go when it comes to who to talk to in the city.
Hmm.
Okay. All right.
I wouldn't
well,
trust my contacts though, so in that case, no, I don't trust them.
well,
Someone sold me
I
out.
would rather not, but if we need to, I do have authority to override any town guard. But I'd rather
So
not
we could
use
get
that
we
yet.
could get the gates open.
My
Possibly,
my
but
wife
I'd be
might be able
reported.
to help, but
Your wife? Say what?
You been flirting the whole time?
that is none of your
You
business.
dog.
He says,
Or should I say snake?
I don't believe my wife is living, but if she is, then she'd be able to hide us at least for a short while.
I didn't know you had a wife.
I never talk about
Obviously.
Never say never.
it. I
Okay.
never talk about it.
Okay, well, let's just have that plan then, that Runa will follow you in, and I guess, and then we'll just see what happens from there. Just be careful, and we'll see you on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, we're not dying.
Hmm.
As long as you're drinking, we're good.
Okay,
Catch you on the
good?
flip side.
I add in a little extra. I'm like, I don't know, it's gonna taste weird, but whatever.
Just fill it up.
Yeah,
Hmm.
ration
We're
it.
mixing all kinds of liquors.
Yeah.
Just have fun. Go blind.
Okay, so
This is the blindness liquor.
now you need to get back in there in the camp.
Yes.
And I need you to just a normal. Are you stealthing back in now that you're aware of your
I'd
surroundings?
have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it is a camp and they are looking.
Right.
So I mean,
And if you need to use an inspiration point.
Right. 15.
you made it.
Cool.
Good thing I've got a +6.
Oh, good,
Just
you have +6 too?
Mhm.
just as a man is walking by with a torch, just walks around the side of the tent. You didn't see him, hear him, or anything. You suddenly just see a torch light, and he starts walking out. And he says, "Oh, you're already out. Why don't you have a torch?" He hands it to you. He's just like, "Wake me up in the middle of the night." There's already a guy out here, and he just like walks back into his tent, and just standing there with a torch, and just like, "I guess I'm on patrol."
Oh, and you haven't slept. Oh
No, I've been sleeping. Not tonight,
no. Oh, okay.
but
All right. Well, I rest. We need to rest. So.
And without incident, the next day passes, and just as the evening is starting to dip, you go to the top of a dune and you see the city and the river and the sea, and that is where we're stopping tonight. You've made it to Maneba, and it looks dauntingly huge. and I have so many tabs open. I can't even begin to tell you all the things I prepared for that never
Tabs.
began.
Because instead we spent like
Cat.
20 minutes.
No, seriously
the cat.
though, like, here's the thing about D&D. Like, you can plan, and it's fun. Like what you plan, it could be really fun and interesting and story like driven, or it can be better.
Genuine adventure.
Like, because how could I plan all of that? Like,
Right.
I go with it, and I pulled up all these different things and spells and stuff that you guys did. Because I planned for you to attack, I planned for you to get taken, I had so many plans.
But we've been
But
good.
I
It
didn't
was a
plan
weird mixture of
amnesia.
things.
Yeah.
But I didn't plan amnesia, cat wandering, and all the bad guys rolling all the good things. I didn't expect that.
Right.
So I mean,
All right.
it made it interesting. So anyway, thank you all for watching
good to
and
lose a
for watching the
couple.
replay. Tell us your favorite moments, or arrows or fire. I'm just kidding.
Hashtag.
Hashtag.
Yeah. Depending on which one. Hashtag arrows. Hashtag fire. Or death by fire. Death by arrow.
Oh, and cool.
Yeah.
All right, neato.
Neato burrito.
Thank you so much, and thank you to my patrons and those that subscribe, like, comment, or even just watch. We appreciate all of you, because if you weren't here, then it'd just be us playing and having a good time
Here,
anyway. So
I'll go stop it.
she's gonna go stop.
Oh, we're changing the pattern.
Oh, don't unfollow me now. Anyway, goodbye, farewell, top right.
How do I stop it? The X?
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye.
You didn't say what you always say.
May your rolls always be natural ones, just not natural ones.
Oh.
Okay.
Goodbye.
You sure you want to stop streaming?
Uh huh.
And?
Yes.